if Washington found a way to make it all the way, that's a special occasion. So
Big time.
especially for you. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of On It. We are here. You got me. Sorry about that. You got Devan. We are back. We are here. We are. I didn't even ask you like the routine. Like, can you hear me? Are we good? Like, can you?
I can
Rolling? Like,
smell you, dude.
we're great. What do I smell like? I look like Usher right now. God, dude. This is why I can't look. I'm
Ooh,
not gonna lie.
I got a little thing on my.
See,
Is
that's the
that
problem.
herpes too?
I don't know if it goes that far up. I couldn't tell
Because
you,
I'm down there.
but I'm. But anyways, like
With the nose, bro.
it's to the point where I mean, like I might just not shave anymore. I have too many just cuts and this and just problems and
Yeah, I
just.
gave up the shaving.
Well, you can though. See, if I don't shave, if I didn't shave, if I went like a couple months not shaving, like I would look like a woman like 8 months into
On
like
test.
like 8 months into transitioning, like 8 months on to like not fully there.
Yeah.
Like one day it's gonna be like, damn, like you never
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But like,
She's like already had her boobs cut
yeah,
off,
see, I'm
and then she's just like
sadly
throwing
like
in
I'm
fuzz.
like it's cabbage patchy. It's just too.
Sure.
It's too. So you gotta someone like me. I gotta go through the ups and downs,
The process.
the us and return. Someone like you with your genetics, you
Yeah.
can
My this doesn't come from the brown in me, dude. I swear to
all
God,
right.
the brown
I
in
don't
me doesn't have that.
I don't want to seem ignorant, but
Yeah,
there's no
ignorant.
way. There
No,
has
I
to be
swear to God.
some dormant gene in there that like maybe didn't hit like you or like you're like don't want to air you out, but that side's
No, my
dad or mom
air
or
out
whatever.
my
But you
brownness.
know what I'm saying? Like,
No, my white side can grow a beard.
damn.
My brown side
See,
can't.
I'm just white, so it's like I
Plus
don't.
that sprinkle of terrorism you get.
But and that's funny because I could go chin all
Nah, you
day.
good.
I
Yeah,
can't
you can go chin.
I could Khabib it.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
I'm not Khabibing it. I'm not gonna do that. Is this a sports podcast?
Habib.
Oh yeah, and he got actually never mind. We're not gonna talk about anything recent with him because the only thing recent with him is when he got kicked off that plane. And then
Well,
everybody freaked out
yeah.
and everything, which I don't know. I mean, could it have
He
been
ended up.
something?
He made it to the fights.
He was there. It's cool, whatever.
Go Islam.
Anyways, yeah, I didn't even watch. I didn't watch any UFC. I don't. I'm not the biggest UFC guy.
I'm a casual fan.
I'm a casual fan of UFC in terms of like, I'm like a super casual though. Like,
I'm above super cash.
I'll go out of the way to do some research, like
Yep.
learn some history, but like I'm
Yep.
not keeping up with like the weekly, you know, like
I'm not keeping up with the fight nights, but I got the numbered. I'm watching the numbered fights.
like I'm gonna watch WrestleMania, but I ain't watching every Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like I'm not. I just
agree.
I can't.
I'm watching the once a month numbered 312, 313. I'm watching the fights.
I mean, I'm honestly gonna take advantage of just the time not having to devote to football.
Sure.
Like, I spent a lot of time watching football during this NFL season. And I'm not mad about it. Very happy I did it. I am gonna miss it until it comes back next year. But
You got to find something to fill that void.
yeah, and yeah. I can get maybe into some more UFC. It is WrestleMania season. We're about to get into the All-Star break for the NBA. There are gonna be some other things that can fill the void, but I don't know.
Horse racing. Maybe you can become a gambling addict.
Lose
Do
all
you
my
sports
money.
gamble?
I don't.
We've never really talked about that, but yeah.
Well,
I
Florida's
just know
weird
so many
about
people
it.
who do it.
Florida's weird about it.
You're right.
You can't like from what I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not into sports gambling, it is kind of confusing to me.
Same.
But like, okay, you can bet on props here.
Okay.
You can prop bet, but you can't bet on just straight money line
money
over unders,
lines,
which
over
to me,
unders.
I'm not gonna lie, doesn't make sense.
No.
Like if you can go on DraftKings or whatever here, like why can't you just walk into a casino and go, I'll take the Bears? Like
Yeah.
I don't really see like I don't know. It's not
Weird.
whatever. It's
It is funny to me that people, I mean, people like sports bet in casinos.
but like in Florida, if sports betting became a thing, I mean, you got to think of all the sports just shit going on yearly in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, it would cause a lot of chaos. It'd probably cause a
Yeah.
lot of chaos.
It'd be so
But if
much money though.
yeah, and if you can have an
I mean, you
NFL
you
team,
really think that it's going to cause a ton of chaos? Like when it released in Maryland, it was like
yeah,
it's like no, just everyone does it now.
everybody did it. But I mean, that's the thing. If you can move an NFL team to Vegas, you can have sports betting in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't see the big deal. But we got some things to talk about. I don't know if I really ever introduced the pod, but we are here. We are
You
back to
did.
talk about the championship games. We got Mark Andrews, Jimmy Butler, Cam Newton, Pete Carroll. We got some people to talk about. Maybe some guest the athlete later on, but I guess we got to start with the
Do you hear that?
bro. Is he dreaming?
It's a sleep noise. Yeah.
Bro's dreaming. That's funny.
Yeah.
Shout out to the dreamer.
He's hitting the shimmy shakes right now. He's got the little.
I guess we got to get into these championship games. We are in. We are about to watch the Washington Commanders take on the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. And
Damn.
before I ask you how you feel, I just want to say like I feel like as much as I want Washington to win, and it
Yeah.
would be really cool to see them win. There's two things, and there's two different reasons why I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. A, I know like it's been really, really, really fun, but if they go on to beat Philly, no matter like how much they beat Philly's ass, they're still
Yeah.
gonna be the underdogs. And
Yeah.
that scares me because I just don't want to see either of those fuckers win
I know.
again or for the first time.
Yeah. I will say that while we do have a good chance of beating the Eagles, I think we have less of a chance of beating Kansas City or Buffalo than the Eagles do.
But also, would it not kind of be a jinx on me if I switch now?
Switched what?
I mean, my routine speech for y'all for the whole playoff so far, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Y'all have had a fun ride.
Yeah.
Y'all cannot be sad no matter what.
Well,
But it's
no.
got to end.
And I can't be sad, but what sucks is that losing in this round, losing to the Eagles, is going to feel so much worse than it had we had lost last round.
Philly fans, I'm not gonna lie, they are making it hard to like if I
Also,
was
we put gear on the Rocky statue, which is apparently a curse. But I saw the picture. It was Redskins gear, so it doesn't count.
Oh. Oh no. I'm kidding. I'm not from Philadelphia. That doesn't mean shit.
No.
That is
Wait, you're telling
funny.
me
Like
you're not
that
from
is
Philly?
funny. Bro,
You
that
look
is
like a
funny.
guy from Philly.
Dude, a bunch of people are like, dude, he putting on the
Dude, I
Rocky
can't fucking believe
statue.
it.
Like it's the
Yo,
first time.
they put a goddamn native on our
Like,
statue
yeah.
of Rocky.
Yeah, I'm
What's
sorry.
crazy to me is that people in Philly give a shit. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. People in Philly give a shit about Rocky. Like it's like that's
Yeah,
a
and also like in a like
Adrian. Fuck off.
fuck, dude, people disrespect the shit out of maybe not try to put shit on it, but like people walk by Ray Lewis statue. I mean, the shit people say about Ray, and especially when they walk by that statue, if they're not a fan of that team, there's if they could, they'd climb up and put something else on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's not. I don't
Maybe
know.
we should
That's just
vandalize
really
the Nick
stupid.
Foles statue.
Now that is one that you might need to put some gear on because that is stupid. But I will
Yeah.
say, as a non-bias, viewer of these games, especially the NFC Championship game, it's really like Philly's making it hard for anybody who would want to just root for Philly to root for Philly,
Mm-hmm.
because like these Philly fans are they're acting weird. Like I've been seeing a lot of Philly fans online, um, and like I saw this one in particular who he just caught my eye because the way he was talking, it was like I feel like a lot of people, like no matter how confident you are, even like you'll say like I'm gonna take my team, and it's because it's my team. And hey, like we could lose, but like, when's the next time I can take us in the NFC Championship or this or that or whatever? But I'm saying like I've never, whether it comes to like Lamar winning MVP or the Ravens winning a game, I have never talked about it as if it's already happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me when we had the MVP conversations, I always cap it off with, and if he don't win it, that's our MVP.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's not like the way these Philly fans are treating it. They're treating it like they've already won,
They've already won. They're in the Super Bowl
and
now. Yeah.
and that's not just me saying that. That's me. I mean, they said this. Like this one that caught my eye. He was sitting there and he was just saying like, "Look, I'm celebrating. Like this isn't me reviewing or previewing this game. I'm already celebrating." And then he, instead of, and it's like, oh, not everybody has to be Stephen A and break down a game and give reasons, but I would say if you're going to go out of your way to go on live and be on YouTube talking about sports like this, like you're going to have reasoning behind what you say. Now this person was sitting there.
Nah, sometimes.
He was, well, okay. Say
You ever
you're
seen some? I'll be scrolling through it. Us like YouTube Live will pop up, and it's like just someone on crack
yeah,
staring at a
but
phone.
usually the people that are there to talk about sports, they want to talk about sports.
Yeah,
So if you're talking about sports, give me the reasons as to why you think Philly is going to beat Washington. And all he had to say was like it was just him shitting on Washington. And
yeah.
it wasn't him shitting on Washington in terms of like, oh, it's a, like in ways where you could be like it's a rookie QB, or they've never been in this situation, or this or that, or we're just a better team. It was like, I don't know, like lunch table, like when's the last
Washington's
time they won?
trash.
When's the last time they won a Super Bowl? Oh yeah. Or he's like pulling up pictures of like, oh man, this is their first 12-win season and blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, I really don't understand how people can't understand that we're
That
at the
does not
point,
matter.
like we're at the point where none of that matters.
No.
Like none of that matters. Like
Like
once
the
you
fact that
prove,
Philly never won a Super Bowl. Like Philly was NFC East poverty their
that's the
entire
thing.
existence.
It's like, what is the
Like
NFC
no, the NFC East ran the 80s and 90s, and it was Giants, Eagles. I mean Giants, Washington, and the Cowboys. That was it. There was no fucking Eagles talk at all,
never.
ever.
And I don't even and I don't even have no hate for Philly, but it's like when these fans start talking like I don't know about
Stupid shit.
like if I'm gonna
Old
tell you
shit.
why if I'm gonna tell you why the Ravens are gonna win, it's because of current players
The
who are
current
on the
team.
team right now and the current success they have right now. I'm not bringing up like if I'm saying like, oh, every 12 years they win a Super Bowl, like that's a joke. I'm not like
Yes.
being serious, but there's people who are just sitting there like, well,
Ugh.
Philly already won. Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. We're just waiting for the AFC Championship game. It's like that's kind of
Well, and I think that's, I mean, less of the fans. Well, the fans, but also the team. Like, I think that's what kind of helped us against the Lions, where it's
absolutely,
like Dan Campbell's at the end of the regular season game against Minnesota is like, great game. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Like, he's already there. He's not.
yeah,
He's not. Yo, we got to win a game, then we'll get there. It's like he's discounting the fact that they can get beat and they can get beat pretty badly if they fuck up. So I think Philly's kind of in a similar position where it's like, no, what if we do hold Saquon just a little bit? Like, and everyone's talking about like, oh, we got to stop Saquon, we got to stop this. It's like Saquon can do his thing. It's like he's not going to score 4 or 5 touchdowns. If we can score enough, we'll be okay. If we can eliminate a few drives with Saquon, force them to pass a little bit. They struggle, whatever. We're fine. It's like it's not stop Saquon. We're not going to stop Saquon. He's the second best running back in the league, whatever you want to call him.
See, that's the thing. And with all that aside, like with all the, but I don't want to jinx you or there's that. To actually talk about it, I do believe that Philly will not make the same mistake as Detroit, and that's
No.
have too much confidence going into the game. Where not
Yeah.
too much confidence, but too cocky.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Did you see what Jaden Daniels? I think this is true. What Jaden Daniels wrote on Toronto? That's wild. I didn't realize he was like that.
Cancun
on 3,
funny.
1 through 3.
And I saw. Did you see the shit with his mom?
No, what's his mom saying?
Not that this has anything to do with it, but I guess there was a clip. I don't know if it's a documentary or what, but his mom, like they asked his mom, like what her number one concern was about like him like being successful and all this, and she's like girls, and she was basically like, I don't know. She kind of made it weird though. Like she was like, I just tell him like there's somebody out there with Jaden Daniels on her wall who's just waiting to do this, and her mom is sitting there saying, "You can go get him, honey," and I'm sitting here saying, and it's like, all right, like no, for sure, like definitely like look out for your son and make sure bro don't like get trapped in some shit, especially nowadays. It's like
Travis
you know, like definitely be on alert.
Yeah,
but like I don't know, like it's like it's almost like come on, mom, like why are you on the internet? Like come on, like,
stay out of.
Yeah, it's like
whatever he's doing. He's a grown ass man, but
yeah, it's like nah, bro's a grown ass man and is honestly like beating down whatever he wants if he wanted to. So it's like, I mean,
it seems very religious or whatever, but
well, whatever.
He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
People can be religious. Bro is up there right now.
As long as he's not, but Jaden's super disciplined. He's not like a fucking what's his nuts.
We're talking about athletes.
No, I know, but he's not. Well, I'm about to bring up Zion. He's not like trying to hit porn stars and eating
Devan Diggs.
Diggs and and NFL players to me are different.
Like we're talking about NFL players though.
No, but I'm saying like they'll do all their stuff, but they'll handle their business. You get into like NBA player world, they just start hanging out with models all day and forget that they have a job.
Did you just say these NFL players handle their business with women?
Sometimes they handle their business in a difficult way.
Devan, what? I'm pretty sure it's like very clear on like all over plenty of camera footage that they like maybe physically handle their women a lot better, but like in terms of like keeping shit on clothes or whatever, it's like no, Julian Edelman was in a frat house like knocking some bitch down on Snapchat.
See, but
like
what I meant to say, what I mean is that they don't let it usually impact people. NFL players talk about it all the time. NBA players talk about it. They're on tighter schedules and shit. Like you go to away games, you stay in a hotel with the entire team. Like when you go to an away game in the NBA, you got your own spot. You're clubbing. You're doing whatever the fuck. I'm just saying it's different. Zion's a fucking fat retard. Damn it. All right, cut all this. Fuck me.
I'm not cutting nothing, Devan. We're not holding nothing back. It's 2025, god damn it. It's 2025, god damn it. You know why? Because here's the thing, Devan. We got love for the neurodivergent. And they wouldn't go out there and fake and not put the work in like Zion. Zion's just a worthless, lazy fucker. All right? So put some respect. Put some respect on the neurodivergent, and don't put.
I don't know what neurodivergent is.
Don't put them in the same class as Zion. Don't apologize to Zion. Apologize to who you tried to put Zion in a higher class than him with. God damn it! Sitting here trying.
Did I say that word? I don't know what neurodivergent is.
Okay, the Shane Gillis group. You know exactly what group I'm talking about right now. Yeah. You know exactly what group I'm talking about.
I've heard the word neurodivergent. I thought that was like a superhero or something.
Give any of them a 10-day and they'll play all 48. All 48 every game.
They're not going to play all 20,
Nope,
21.
they'll play all 48 if you gave them a
How many
10-day.
chromosomes we got?
I don't know. See, bro, I'm just as fucking
23?
stupid. I'm just as fucking stupid.
23. 23 and me.
23 and me. We should do that one episode. Just
Fuck
get
no, dude. I
23
don't
and
want to know
me.
what I am.
You don't want to spit in a tube and then,
I already do that.
which is
But
definitely not to get all conspiracy theory and off topic. There's something definitely
no,
up with that.
they've
Spit in the
they've
tube
got
and
us clowned. They've
lock
got
us
us.
in, and it's cool. But what we talking about? Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, you're trying to say NFL players handle their women. It's like absolutely not.
I don't
They
know what the
definitely
fuck. I'm gonna be honest.
You're honestly
One
you
of the
said
dumbest
that.
things I've ever gone on about on
You
this
said that.
show.
You said that like this. Ready? No, like John Jones is very private. Like I've
No,
never
John
seen him.
handles his business. Dude.
I've never seen like him get in trouble or get in any like drama or anything.
Dude, I guarantee. Like when I was talking about it, I was like, "Fuck Earl Thomas." Fuck, like so many names are popping in my head. So this man fucking ran a 2-minute and almost got shot by his wife.
Bro, not to slander anybody because he did get acquitted, but like the Jabril Peppers story is like
Jabril got acquitted?
he just got acquitted like today or yesterday.
For real?
Yeah, which is tough. Like, and it's the
I
same
thought
thing.
I thought he just said that he didn't choke her or something.
Well, no, he got acquitted for the aggravated assault. Cause remember it was like he had a pistol and like pulled it out on her, and like there was cocaine involved and everything. Like, but I'm saying here's my thing.
He threw her down the stairs.
The same way where we're gonna shit on somebody for it being absolutely true, and whether they want to take it to court or not, that be the case. It's like, well, if they take it to court and it's acquitted, it's like, okay, what can I really? I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Now, if it continues to happen, and you're, 10 years later, there's still stories about you like Tyreek Hill. Yeah, I guess we got to be on your ass a little bit. Got to hold you accountable somewhat. If it's just every year, it's a new story.
Yeah.
But we were talking about Jaden Daniels, and we were talking about Washington, and it's gonna be great to see this clip later on and how many different things we talked about in the span of just talking about Washington versus Philly.
Yeah.
But here,
rough.
With all that being said, no, it was great. With all that being said, who do you got?
Don't ask me stupid questions. Washington is my pick. Honestly, yeah, like I said, it's less about stopping Saquon. Again, we won't be able to. He'll probably have 200 plus yards and 3 touchdowns, but it's about us scoring. I think if we can score like we did against Detroit or close to that, I think we'll be all right and stop Saquon a few times, force some field goals, keep him out of the end zone.
So y'all are gonna let Saquon get 200 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns and win?
Maybe.
Well, that sounds like that has to be all Philly is able to do.
And I that might be the case. I mean,
Now,
AJ, I don't want to speculate on whether or not AJ wants to be there or not. Hurts is dealing with some injuries,
which is odd. I don't know. They're still trying to bring up concussion things with him, and it's like, all right, it's like,
well,
bro is fine. He sat out a while.
I think they gave him some drugs for the last game, and he was a little different. But
that's fine, bro. If Rodgers can be perked out, so can some of these other players.
Shit, Brett Favre was still perked out. He was perked out for 40 years. Come
on, bro. Come on now. Brett Favre was like out the hospital on a crutches same day, like playing football. Like
he's on that. He's got Parkinson's now.
Brett Favre, does he? Oh, that is funny, Parkinson's. Yeah. I thought you were just okay.
He does have Parkinson's though.
I didn't know that. Okay. I don't really know what the way to just suck the mood.
No, it's
out of all of this.
No, he deserves it.
No, I'm not gonna. All right.
Sorry.
I don't know. Like, what?
No, he doesn't deserve.
Wait, hold on. Remind me. Like, what the welfare shit? I don't know. Like,
there's the welfare shit.
And then what? He sent a dick pic. We're not gonna.
The dick pic can.
Okay, he sent a
It's
dick.
funny. It's very funny.
That's like
It's funny
that
that a
wasn't.
40-year-old man is sending dick pics to
It's yeah.
cheerleaders or whomever. But
Is it
um,
is it weird? Sure. Is it like do you deserve to get Parkinson's for that? I wouldn't say that. Now, stealing from welfare, I'm still not going to say you deserve that because that just seems like a bad thing to say as a human being.
no,
But
I agree. Fuck.
no. I'm saying for myself, for both of us, for both of us. Like I don't know
No,
if you can say that.
It's a joke. I don't mean it. But
No, I feel you 100%.
he's done some shit dick things.
Yeah, okay. So
Damn,
I'm
we're
gonna
accusing ourselves of a lot of shit over here.
I love it. I'm gonna go with Philly. Um,
Again, man. Well, it's worked for you. We've won every game that you picked against us. So.
because you know
Shit, I
it's
bet you picked the Falcons too.
no, I picked y'all. Don't go crazy on me. Whoa. Well, I can fact check right now. I definitely picked y'all. I'm pretty sure the only person that picked Falcons was the Falcons fan on the show. But
Yeah.
um, look, in all seriousness, Philly knows y'all. Like I'm afraid for y'all in the similar way where like I would have been afraid if like Cincinnati in a good year caught us in the playoffs.
Mm.
Caught Baltimore in the playoffs. They're a team that like knows us, and it's like we're gonna beat the dog shit out of each other in the regular season, and I'm more afraid of them than Pittsburgh. I'd say at this
See,
point.
I think that we're Cincinnati.
Hmm.
You
So
know,
Philly is
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh, well, y'all are definitely losing.
Why?
Because, bro, you just told me Philly was Baltimore. So okay, I mean, there you go then. I mean,
No, I'm
they
saying
definitely
that like Washington is the team that they don't want to see in the playoffs
But
on this rate, the rate
I
that we're
mean,
playing at.
but can you admit? What I
Because you've
mean,
got a Philly team that's kind of coasted the last half or some of these last few games plus the playoff games. It's like they haven't scored a lot. The passing game hasn't been there. Saquon's obviously done his thing. The
so
defense has played well, but they haven't really hit that next level.
you don't think Philly's the team Washington doesn't want to see in the playoffs?
I think we already saw the team we didn't want to see in the playoffs. And I mean, I
Oh.
don't think we want to. I don't think we want to see the Rams either. I don't think we want to see either of these teams. But I mean, I
I
think the
mean,
second you get past
but
the Lions,
we're talking about a team that you played in the division that you beat once. It went 1-1. They know y'all way better than any other team does. Like
well, I'm saying that we know them better.
I'm not
I don't
I'm
think we're the
not
team on the
saying
back foot here. You know?
I'm not saying that Philly isn't worried about Washington. I'm saying that the same way where like I truly like okay, the same way where I don't think like I looked at Kansas City and Buffalo. It's like yeah, they're a good team, they could beat us, but I would have been more afraid of like an okay Cincinnati team in the playoffs. Just cuz
Yeah, no, agreed.
they they can have our number. They are in our division. They probably spend some percentage of their offseason determining to be able to stop the Baltimore Ravens twice next season.
Sure.
And there's somewhat, I think it's, I mean, it's the same way for every division rival, every division matchup, both ways. I think it goes both ways. And I think Philly is going to, they're going to do I mean, the best way they can win is, like you said, coast with Saquon. In my eyes, if he does go 200 and 2 or 3 touchdowns, he probably does. Philly
They do
probably
win.
ends
Yeah.
up winning. And it's not because I don't think it's not because I don't think Washington can't keep up. It's more of I'm thinking of 200 yards because like that, and that's not crazy. Like no, he could probably he could get 200 yards and a few touchdowns.
You know.
So I'm thinking, man, if there are just a few drives where they are milking that clock and finish it off with a touchdown, and then there's just you got those few couple like Washington drives that we've seen this regular season where it's like, and you've been pounding that into the Washington like just the you've been pounding this drilling this all season like finishing in the red zone. They
Yeah.
need to just get done in the red zone. if they cannot, I'm just looking at how the dominoes are falling. Besides the whole, I need to rock with them to not jinx y'all. If I had to say in reality why Philly is going to win this game, that's probably why. It will be close.
Hmm.
Like I don't think y'all gonna spank them the way y'all spanked Detroit just because I think Philly is like on high alert. Like
Yeah,
y'all got Philly's respect.
yeah,
I think y'all got Philly's respect, and Philly's like, all right, like y'all saw what just happened. We can't
yeah.
win. And now I don't think that
But
eliminates all possibility of losing, but I
no,
think that definitely puts them on higher alert, which
yeah,
could be good or bad.
yeah. But
So
I just hope that we keep that the same type of freedom of play that we played with against Detroit, and against Tampa, where it's like if we got a fucking fourth down in our own, I mean in their territory, go for it. If we got a fourth down in the red zone, go for it. It's like fuck this. We're not here to kick field goals. We're not here to do this. We're here to score touchdowns,
if
and
yeah,
we're able to do that. We're able to convert on fourth down. So we got to play with that freedom, that full on attack mode on defense and on offense, and just like the doors off these dumb boys, dude.
if y'all get aggressive early,
Yeah,
Philly can't waste their time milking with Saquon. You know,
exactly.
they got to
We,
start airing it out. They
which
got to
is
start.
which is the way that y'all kind of get caught off guard sometimes when y'all go down
See,
10 points. If
but
y'all go down 10 points and you got to throw that out the window, you got to throw the Saquon out the window, you got to throw the Derrick Henry out the window, you got to start forcing passes. It's tough to get back into games.
and that's the problem is Baltimore almost did the opposite where it was like after one or two plays they were like, oh well, looks like Buffalo's dialed in on the run. We got to pass it. Like
Exactly.
I would almost like not y'all don't need this, but if y'all do hurt them early in terms of their confidence in the run game and
Mm.
make them think, all right, Jalen, we're gonna need 220, 222 tutties out of you. Like,
Yeah,
you ready?
yeah.
AJ Brown don't get a look one drive. He starts to get a little dramatic.
He starts reading a book.
Next thing you know, that whole time Jaden Daniels is just he's chilling.
He's cruising.
He's cooling. And y'all got your vets on both sides of the ball that I think help hold down the roster. And maybe we shit on the moves in the beginning of the season, but it worked.
Well, I mean
It worked.
the Bobby move is it's just an old dude out there, but he's doing his job. I mean, the bigger pickup is Frankie Louvu. He's been an absolute
Well, yeah,
beast.
I'm thinking
But
Eckler,
Eckler,
but I still like B Rob. I still think
no,
there's
I like B-Rap, but Eckler serves his purpose in terms of the run pass game where we can just dump it to him if we don't have a look. Um, just get him upfield, get first downs, do shit. But yeah, we got to be aggressive and
I will.
catch them
I will.
on a bad day.
I will take Philly, but I will say I hope y'all win. I'm going to root for Washington, and if y'all do win, we're gonna have a good podcast next
It's
episode
gonna be awesome.
because holy shit, Washington's gonna be in a Super Bowl if y'all win this football game. Um, so yeah,
It's so crazy to think about.
let's talk about a game that I don't think either of us are too excited for. Now, okay, all right, okay. Let me put bias aside. As a football fan, it's two great teams, it's two fantastic quarterbacks.
Yeah,
It's gonna hopefully be a shootout and or just very competitive football game. But I got a few problems, and this is where the bias starts to creep in just a little bit. But it's honestly at this point, a lot of bias is built off of personal experiences. It's not. This isn't just my fandom speaking. This is personal experiences.
sure,
Bills Mafia sucks.
agreed.
Plain and simple. I don't care how much money they fucking donated to Mark Andrews Foundation or this or that. And it's like, okay, good, cool, good job, clap it up. Like I'm not gonna shit on it, but I also just it's like I'm not gonna be like, oh, okay, I guess they're not pieces of shit. Like no, a lot of them
Yeah,
suck, and I get it. A lot of
it's
us
also
concerned.
like, is it just Bills fans donating to this?
I don't know.
It's just people from Buffalo.
Well, it was a Buffalo. I guess Buffalo.
Someone from Buffalo started it.
Started the. That's the thing. I don't want to
I don't know.
fuck that. Doesn't matter. My point being, Buffalo fans suck. Chiefs fans, I'm not gonna lie. The reasonable Chiefs fans, they're okay. There are
But
more.
the Chiefs fans who talk like Patrick Mahomes are the ones who piss me off. When
But
Pat came out after that game and said the refs do their job and we have to respect what the refs say and this and that. It's like fuck you, fuck everything about you. I can guarantee that every single fucking fan their entire lives says the refs fucking suck. Pat probably says the refs fucking suck. Everything about the refs fucking suck. He's in their fucking ball sacks, and it's crazy because it's like such a conspiracy, and then you hear this shit, and you're like, ah, fuck this. This sucks.
you might hate me, but like, what did you want him to say?
Nothing.
Would you? Well, no. I mean, he was asked the question. Here's the thing,
No,
though.
but nothing.
Like
You don't.
players get fined for
I know, but you
criticizing.
don't have to say I
And
respect their word.
did you see what happened with Joe Mixon?
What?
There was something like I don't. Oh, God, there was a quote, and apparently, like the title was like it's right in front of our faces, like it's in plain sight, like the favoritism towards the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll do a little more research on it just to fact check. But apparently, TJ Hushmanzada,
Which that?
he said something about how favorited the Chiefs are and the refs and all that, and the NFL fined Joe Mixon for it, saying that he was the one that said it.
But Hushmanzada said it.
No, saying that Joe Mixon said the Hushmanzada quote.
Oh, quoted.
No. Like, yes. So Joe Mixon, they got fined.
For repeating what TJ said.
So NFL reissues fine to Joe Mixon after incorrectly attributing comments to him. Agent says. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. NFL. Okay, hold on here. Okay. So NFL revises Joe Mixon fine from what he didn't say to what he did say. Oh, so it flipped. See? Okay, so I'm right. NFL revises Joe Mixon's fine from what he didn't say to what he did say. The NFL is taking a mulligan after issuing a $25,000 fine to Texans running back Joe Mixon for something he didn't say about the officiating in Saturday's playoff game against the Chiefs. The NFL has reissued the fine with his actual words in its place. The new fine disciplines Mixon for saying this. Everybody knows how it is playing up here. You can never leave it in the ref's hands. The whole world sees, man. That quote wasn't mentioned in the initial fine letter, which relied on words not from Mixon, but from former Bengals receiver TJ Hushmanzada. The line from Hushmanzada was, "Why play this game if every 50-50 call goes with the Chiefs? These officials are trash and biased. The relevant rule prohibits any public criticism of officiating because it calls into question the integrity of and public confidence in our game. And of course, by imposing fines on players and coaches, the NFL shines a brighter light on the issue." There were
Bro, this is
calls
communism.
like the criticism expressed by ESPN's Troy Aikman during a broadcast watched by more than 30 million after a late slide from the Chiefs quarterback drew a foul for unnecessary roughness. Come on, Aikman said, he's a runner, and I could not disagree with that one more. He barely gets hit. That's the second penalty now that's been called against the Texans. The NFL can't fine Aikman, but they can and likely have complained to Aikman's bosses about it. Aikman's words have been suppressed by the Keystone Cops' effort to take money out of Mixon's pocket first by fining him for something he didn't say, now by fining him for less controversial comments he actually made. Okay, so I guess he initially got fined.
Feels like North Korea, dude.
And that's the thing, he got quoted for something they did not say, and then they went,
He didn't say, yeah.
Oh, sorry, you didn't say that. This is what you said.
How do you mix Joe Mixon and TJ Hushmanzada? Were they
I don't know. At the end of the
in
day,
the same room?
I'm not saying it's right, but we're not stupid, and we know that you can't criticize the officiating. And that goes for both sides of Joe Mixon knows
But
that
why not?
Joe Mixon, bro, I'm saying I'm not gonna argue why because it's stupid.
You can just get fined.
No. No. I'm saying the reason that you can't is because they're saying you can't. So if you do it, you get fined for it because you're not allowed to do that. I'm not
Yes.
saying that that's right, but because that's a rule, and you know that's a rule, you should know not to say some shit that you're gonna get fined for.
Yeah.
Same way if they ask Patrick Mahomes, I mean, yeah, no, he's gonna. I mean, it's because here's the thing: the rule is you cannot make comments that are gonna question
That are
the integrity that are gonna question the integrity or confidence of the game. So if he sat there and said, "Yeah, no, I think the Chiefs, we get a lot of calls our way," that would question the integrity of the game. It's not just saying bad things. You could say something really good, too good about the
yeah.
referees,
Yeah.
and Pat could have ended up getting fined for that. So
Well, yeah, no, I
honestly,
mean,
even smarter
I
move.
I figured that it was just not making negative comments toward them, but the fact that it's you can't question it at all would lead to a Mahomes
Yeah.
comment that would be the refs say what the refs say,
If he made a comment where people were
this and that.
twisting it, saying like, "Look, even Mahomes acknowledged the favoritism," he could in a world get
Sure.
fined for that.
Well, no, I
Um,
mean, the second that that's why they don't really talk too much. The second they acknowledge it, the whole thing's out. But I mean, I think every NFL fan knows, and we just kind of live with it.
yeah, I mean we know, and that's the thing, bro.
It's like when Biden's president. It's like we know what's really going on. He's not the fucking president, you know.
Well, yeah, no,
Like this
it
guy's
was.
not calling the shots out here.
Well, I mean, I feel
This
like
guy can't
everybody
fucking sleep.
left, right, blue, red. It was like, I mean, he's like called the president.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's just.
Everyone like
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're not a political show, so we're not even gonna get into it. But like,
no,
yes, great analogy. Um, since week one, it's been like, no, we know it's gonna happen. The Chiefs are gonna win. They're gonna cruise by, and this is how it's gonna
of
be.
course.
And I kind of still feel that way.
No, I definitely do, but the Bills to me are. I mean, at this point in the season, I know that we've talked our shit about them and whatever, but in a real world, in a real scenario, if these two teams played each other with no other bullshit, I mean, it's a fucking Bills beatdown. I mean, there's nothing about this Chiefs team outside of their how good they've been on defense. I mean, that's it. I mean, their defense is good enough
It's
to.
a Bills beatdown.
What do you mean?
What do you mean it's a Bills beatdown?
I'm saying the Bills can beat down the Chiefs.
We're on different sides of that coin, bro.
I'm saying in a world where the Chiefs don't have the narrative, if this team played the Bills, I think that the Chiefs defense is great. I think there's not a whole lot about that offense that scares me. Um, they can go out and they can put up 20 to 24 points. Um,
Devin,
I
that's
think
all
that the
they
Bills
have
can.
to score. That's all they have to score.
I know.
That's all they have to
That's all
score.
they've had to score all year is fucking 12 points and they'll win a
I
game. But
mean,
they're
I
going to win this game.
understand. I understand that the Bills won earlier in the regular season, but me using that would be the same as people saying that was why
I'm not even
Baltimore was
using
gonna
the
win.
Bills earlier in
But
the season. I'm using the Bills against y'all and the Bills against.
I'm saying people would look at that and go, "Well, that's their only loss." But how hard do you think the 12, 13 and 0 Chiefs were really trying?
Sure.
I don't think that hard. How I think they're okay. I think they're going to be trying harder in comparison to the AFC Championship game. In the AFC Championship, they're going to take the Bills a little more serious in the AFC Championship game than Week 15
Yeah.
or Week 12 or whenever they played.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah.
I have been saying this all year, and until I am proven wrong, I'm gonna be sitting here screaming that I'm right. The Chiefs haven't had to turn it on yet. We haven't seen them turn it on yet. I don't care if it's the Bills, MVP led Josh Allen, best offense ever, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. I don't care if it's I don't care if Tom Brady came out of retirement with fucking Chad Johnson coming out too. I I don't care.
Nah, Tio wants to come out.
The Chiefs are going to do what they do, and that's contain that Bills offense, score when needed, and walk out with a dub.
But it sucks because it's like the whole year we're waiting on the turn on. We're waiting on some explosive Kansas City offense. We're waiting on crazy plays and trick plays and cool shit happening and great run game and tight ends being used like crazy and you utilize Xavier Worthy and do all this shit and we're gonna get a fucking 21-14 shit dick football game and
I mean, it could be a good
sucks.
21-4. It could be a great 21-14 game.
It could be, it won't be. I mean,
It can be. It can be, but I
I
think
don't know,
that's
but it's like they're not gonna have to turn it on against the Bills.
they might they might have to.
But
Bills can come in.
what
Bills can
sucks
come in
is
hot.
that what sucks about this is that if I think if we win, I think the Bills have a shot. I think if the Eagles win, I hate to talk about football like this, but it's like there's shit that doesn't have to do with the actual games, and I don't know what it is and what's going on, but
It's real though.
it's either Chiefs Eagles or Bills Commanders. There's no Bills Eagles or Chiefs
What's wrong
Commanders.
with Bills Eagles?
I just don't think it'll happen. I think it'll
Oh,
be
oh,
one or
oh,
the
oh,
other.
you. Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Like
okay.
I think it'll be one matchup or the other matchup. Like same thing with last year. It was like this is either a Super Bowl rematch or this is
What we
Detroit.
want,
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Detroit and
like what
Baltimore.
we want is Bills Commanders. What we're gonna get is a Super Bowl rematch,
We're gonna get a Super Bowl rematch.
and it sucks
We're gonna get a Super Bowl rematch. Are you
because it's
going to
like
Kansas?
you have a fucking Eagles team that's entirely different. They're all a run game now, and you got a fucking Chiefs team that was never really good this year.
So who you going with?
Based off of my points, because I'm picking Washington, and because I think that in a real scenario, in a real world, in none of this fucking bullshit, I think the Bills beat the doors off the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are nowhere near good enough of a football team to be in this position. Um, I think the Bills. I'm taking the Bills.
It's not
Bills
happening.
Commander Super Bowl,
That's,
and it'll probably be the opposite. I don't care. This is what I want to see. I don't want to see a fucking
dude,
bullshit
no,
Super Bowl.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to see Kansas City get this last championship and ride the fuck out.
But we don't know that that's gonna happen.
But if they do not win this Super Bowl, bro, they are doubling down. They're going undefeated next year. They're having every Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift fan at that fucking stadium climbing over them walls. They will never lose again if they don't make it. If they
No, I
don't
think
finish
if
this
they
three-peat.
win, I don't think they'll ever
No,
lose again.
if they finish this three-peat, Travis Kelsey leaves. They are going to resurrect Kyle Pitt's career and go on some different route. It's over. It's over. It's over after this. For a little bit. For a little bit. The run, though, it's over. They're not four-peating. If they three-peat, pieces will go. People will get signed. Things will happen. I'm telling
But
you.
you don't think that at the end of this year they'll go, yeah, we didn't really have it this year. After they win a Super Bowl, and they'll go, wait till next year. Wait till we
No.
actually get some real guys out here.
No, because I think that this is it. This is the Lambo with the tank on E, but it's still going fat. It's still going to cross that finish line. Like they are still able to get it done in the most simplest way. That whatever they aren't able to keep next season, it will be even more severe than any loss they've had over these last 2 years in the offseason because of how good they are with or without anybody on that team. But
Yeah,
now that they have these guys who on any other team would be looked at as nobodies who are able to get it done in the Chiefs way, I don't know if there's a world where you can just start bringing anybody in and they can get it done.
yeah.
But Buffalo could win, and we'll have to hear about Bills Mafia for another 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And
there
they'll
has
be
been a
running their mouth.
crazy Been a ton of Josh hype of recent.
But no matter what, he's not the MVP of this league. The Bills
No,
had a very, very easy schedule.
but it's funny.
Um,
It's like I'll see just like Josh Allen was a 0-star recruit, went to Wyoming. Like just the sob story for Josh Allen. It's like look at what he was in his rookie year, just getting in trouble and throwing the ball backwards into nothingness, and look at to what he's become.
bro,
It's like fuck off. He
the
still has that in
narratives,
him, dude. He
the
still's not.
narratives, the
It's like
narratives
this is
are
the
so,
same Josh Allen who threw 20 picks last year. What are we talking about?
dude. The narratives are so stupid because they're like the damn. I'm not gonna lie. I damn near lost my train of thought. I'm trying to get right back to where we were because we were talking about Josh Allen and how stupid the narratives are. Now he was this. Now he was that. And what did you say? There was a lot of Josh Allen hype.
Yes.
Keep saying what you were saying.
0 stars.
Oh, got it. It's really funny. It's narrative driven because when CJ had a great year, he had these amazing receivers out of nowhere, Nico Collins and Tank Dell.
Yes.
When Josh Allen is balling, it's like, man, he has these fucking nobodies, Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir. They suck.
Now,
What do
I'm
they
gonna be
have,
honest. I'm gonna be honest. I was shitting on Shakir. I still am.
bro? None of us knew who Nico and Tank were before week 1 of last season.
Fuck ass no, bro.
None of us knew who Puka and fucking Tutu were, bro.
2-2
Like,
were no.
we're not gonna sit here and pretend. No matter how much y'all love the game, y'all not gonna sit here and act like y'all know everybody. We're not gonna
Fuck
sit here and
no.
play that game. I don't care, and I'll admit that I don't know everybody. So I'm not.
No.
It's just funny. Like, no, Houston, like they just have a great receiving core out of nowhere. It's not because CJ
Yeah, exactly.
is great. It's just no. It's just Stephon Diggs. He was good, but now Bills have nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Diggs goes to CJ, and now I don't know, whatever. It's a whole
It's all
cluster.
weird.
It's
Um,
all
but yeah, there's a ton of Bills hype. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna suck if we lose.
yeah,
Like
but
I'm gonna be honest. I was so prepared to lose. Like so prepared to lose to Detroit. I would have been fine with it. If we lose, I might cry. I'm gonna cry. This sucks.
I don't know. Out of all the outcomes, though, like Washington losing, it's got to be the least surprising.
But losing now, we
Yeah,
shouldn't be here. And what sucks
no,
the worst.
that's the thing.
I know, but
Like the one
I
team
know.
losing that this shouldn't be here. It's like that's not the biggest surprise. I'm saying it's.
But
I'm not
but
saying
what
it's the biggest
sucks,
possibility. It's just not the biggest surprise.
of course, what sucks the worst is that I don't know how long it'll take for us to get back here. Like we could have a better team next year.
Quicker than Dallas.
Yes, but we could have better teams down the road. There's no saying that we're going to win playoff games.
Bro, but you could have better teams down the road and spend the next decade just having hope every year, like a Ravens fan, and just maybe look for. Look. I get it. I get it.
It
Hindsight.
sounds much
Oh,
worse.
it's not much worse though, bro. Because I don't care what you can say what you want. You see the excitement I have going into the season
It's
compared to
true.
your excitement going into a football season.
It's
It's a
true.
little bit different.
Dude, I had negative excitement. Dude, I had
Yeah,
negative excitement until shit.
dude. It
I don't
took
know.
me all regular season to make you buy in.
I
I
know.
was trying to get your ass to buy in.
I was trying to get your ass to buy in
To who?
to the Ravens.
I was right.
Not really.
I was so fucking right about Baltimore. Are we doing that?
Not
What?
really. You were way more concerned about Baltimore than you should have been. Baltimore easily could have. Y'all could have.
I'm
All right.
sorry. Wait.
Y'all barely lost to the Bills. Chill.
Who's
It
playing?
wasn't like a blowout.
Who's playing in the AFC Championship game?
Yeah, no, but it wasn't a fucking blowout.
Who's? Did I say it was a blowout? Or did I say? Whoa. Tell me where I was wrong. Where was I concerned? Hold on. Are you talking about when they made so what? All the concerns I had about their pass covers, and then they made the crazy change to put Kyle Hamilton over top, and they went from 28th allowed to first place in
No,
yards
but
allowed.
I'm just
I'm
saying
saying
that
like, what was
no,
I wrong about?
just based off of your picks, you were very concerned about how well the Ravens were going to fare just this season in general.
Mm,
And I don't know if it was based off of fandom or what, but
I think I'm more realistic. You literally picked Washington every fucking game.
well,
So
oh,
just
well, all right,
because I didn't
all right.
pick Baltimore every game doesn't mean I wasn't right.
I'm not saying that, but
I
in the
called our
beginning,
season from the jump how the season was gonna go.
but I've never had a real season where it's like, yo, we can win games. In the beginning of the year, it was like we're expected to win 5 games. I'm gonna pick Washington every game just
That's
fucking
fine,
cause.
but you don't have to get me to buy into the Ravens. I knew Lamar was gonna win MVP. I knew we were gonna beat this team, but I also knew we were gonna fold in the playoffs.
Sure, but
Bro, I watched us be the number 1 seed last year in the AFC. I watched us host the AFC Championship. I do not care about regular season success.
sure.
I've watched us go 10-6 win a Super Bowl. I've watched us go what 12, 13, whatever and fucking fold in the playoffs.
Yes.
So I don't need to buy in. I already bought it. I'm sitting on it, bro. I paid it. It's paid off. It's paid off. I just own
Sure.
it. It's
Well,
just here.
I just didn't want to buy in because I didn't want hope, and now I'm bought in, and now I want to not be a fan because I hate this.
You gotta have hope now. Now all you have is
I have
hope.
so much hope, and I'm this close to experiencing us playing in a Super Bowl, and I don't want to be in this position because I know we're gonna lose.
Well, you can't say that. But let's get on. Let's move on from we talked a lot about those 2 football games, but
2 games.
let's get into something else that I thought was a little interesting because the Jimmy Butler drama, it's continuing.
He
now
caught the Zion suspension.
Yeah, he missed the team flight.
Missed the team flight. He got suspended 2 more games.
See, but what's funny is like I would imagine like Zion like missed it.
Yes.
And like Jimmy like purposely like just
didn't show up.
Yeah. Like Zion like was like no. Like,
Zion's chasing the plane though.
Like, yeah, I feel like Jimmy or like he overslept. Like Jimmy was like,
nah, Zion's definitely got that like, you know, like Hooper kind of like half run with a backpack on.
Yeah.
Like the foot waddle. He's definitely got that chasing after a plane. Like
Jimmy was already back in Miami. He took his own plane. Like
bro, Jimmy was
back.
Yeah, nowhere to be found.
Yeah, they say that the relationship is over and all this. But what was interesting is, and I'm gonna pull a clip up for us to watch. Inside the NBA, they were discussing, you know, the latest drama with this, and I found it interesting because you got to remember that these are people who get paid to talk about sports.
Chuck and Kenny and Shaq.
And these are people who were begged to not be taken off of television. If you remember, Inside the NBA was going to go away, and everyone was like, "No."
All right, well,
we need their analysis.
There's not. I'm completely honest. There's not a lot of people. There's probably some people watching for analysis or whatever. Honestly, it's just it's more enjoyable to hear those people talk about basketball than it is Stephen A. and all those ESPN jackasses, in my opinion.
Okay. So you tell me on a pie chart. Give me a pie after watching this clip on your level of entertainment or your level of what the fuck. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Okay. You just give me that.
Now I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch NBA on TNT.
Oh.
I'll watch clips.
Where
it's like that's funny, but
we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it right here. Here we go. Let me know. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Here's a clip. We got it up. We're gonna watch it. Yeah.
I just think in this situation, it's more about human nature. I know exactly what Jimmy feels. I've been in this situation many times. All that I've done for you, and you don't want to give me what I want. So human nature kicks.
Well, I gave you what you want because you signed a deal that goes on to next year.
But hold on. I want an extension, and Charles going to say you don't pay.
You want more.
That's what I said. So the part I hate about this business of basketball thing, it always has to be somebody's fault. I think it's more human nature. All I've done for you guys, you don't want to give me an extension. So now human nature kicks in. You don't want me, I don't want you. So I don't like.
You still have to be professional.
Yeah, but I don't like it's his fault and he's unprofessional. He's doing that. Human nature kicks in. You guys don't want
if you sign a deal First of all, hold on. Go ahead, Kenny. Go ahead.
But if you sign a deal that has an extension,
I want
to
an
next
extension.
year,
You're not getting one.
It's not, so you're saying you
You're
want
not
more.
getting one.
It's not saying that you want.
You're not getting
more. It's
one.
not like you.
So
want
human
more.
nature kicker. You don't want me. I don't want to
You
be
want
here.
this
That's
year,
it.
next year,
We should
and
just
more.
leave it at that. Not it's Jimmy's fault. It's Pat's fault.
No.
It's
But
called
say-
business basketball.
But Pat Riley ain't gonna just give him away.
That's fine, but
Jimmy Butler's a really good player.
I'm saying people that don't understand it, this is the
No,
business
we
of
understand
basketball.
it very well.
Yeah, we understand. This is the
No, the
business of
public
basketball.
understands.
No,
Shaq. No, they have paid. Jimmy Butler Jimmy Butler makes $50 million a
you
year.
want more. So what?
He ain't getting more.
Okay, so guess what? You don't want me. I don't want to be here.
Okay, well then, but you can't just not show up to work
Why not?
because you can took the other two this year and next year.
Okay.
So
but-
you're saying you
but
took those two, but you're not because you don't get two more.
doesn't matter.
I don't. You could ask for a trade, but you got.
You don't want me. I don't want to be here.
You don't feel a responsibility when you are under contract for this season to play this season.
And next year.
I do, but I'm not gonna go all out. I was ready to say the other way. I'm not gonna go outplay, but I'm not gonna go out, especially like
You're not gonna play hard.
no. Listen, I didn't say hard. I didn't say hard. I said I'm not gonna go all out, especially if we're not gonna.
You don't feel no obligation.
Because you know what? At 35, what if I tear a knee and get hurt?
You still gonna make $50 million.
You got $50 million coming.
Bro, I want more, man. You keep talking about 2 years. What about year 3, 4, 5, and 6? I want more.
Because if you were that good at that time, your extension would have been longer.
No,
You signed it that you thought was great at the time.
He's old.
Michael Jordan, let me give you this example.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan played for $2.3 million.
I understand.
Like when he was there, and then said, I signed the contract, I'm going to play. Period.
That's what the
Now, I could ask for more, and I could.
And he never did.
But Jimmy could ask for more,
Did
but
Michael
he still
Jordan
has
end
an
up leaving?
obligation to
Did
show
Michael
up.
Jordan end up leaving?
He
Thank
has
you.
the obligation
Thank
to
you.
show
He
up.
retired.
30 years old.
Business of basketball. He came back
No,
and played for Washington.
Yeah, he did.
But also the business of basketball, go all out.
Listen,
Come on.
Go all out. You owe that. You owe that to your
Hold on.
teammates. You owe that to the fans. You
You
owe
owe it
that
to
to the
yourself.
franchise.
No.
You owe it to
No,
yourself.
you owe it to your teammates,
No.
boy.
That's what I said.
You can get mad at the Miami Heat organization, but the fans of Miami and those guys in that locker room, they ain't got nothing to do with you wanting a contract extension.
Oh, okay, Ernie. To your point, how come people don't play hard in the All-Star? How come?
I
players
wish.
don't go,
I wish we all had an answer to that.
But they don't go.
There's no
all out.
consequences for losing an All-Star game.
No, they don't go.
There's
all out.
consequences.
They're
for
not on
losing.
they're not on the contract in
There's
All-Star
one reason
game.
they don't go all out in the All-Star game because they don't want to get hurt. So again, if I'm not winning the championship at 35, right?
He's making $50 million a year.
Listen to what I'm saying. It might be another team that gives him an extension.
Could I ask
so
you a question then?
I'm
So
not going to go.
Wembanyama should say, I'm young. I could get hurt. We're not in the playoffs. I should just chill out a little bit.
Nice analogy, but it doesn't match.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm young.
No,
I'm
it's
not
not.
getting hurt and
No, it's
messing
not.
up my
No, it's
years.
You act like Jimmy's playing for free.
Bro, y'all keep talking about 1 and 2. What about 3, 4, 5, 6?
That ain't that. Listen, he's on the contract for 2 more years.
But hold on.
Listen,
I know
listen.
you can count
The
that.
Warriors,
That's
so
not
you
right.
think the Warriors, who made it to like, listen, Clay, we love you. We won you 4 championships, but you're past your prime.
Okay. But
We're not gonna give you a max
Clay's not
deal.
even the same because he was a free agent.
No, but they offered him a deal. They
But
didn't
this
want
dude's
to.
not a free agent.
I understand that, Kenny, but Shaq, they don't want to pay him because he's older and decline.
And human nature is kicking. Y'all don't want me. I don't want to be here.
Okay.
Right.
I just say
That's
that
all.
he should show up. He could ask for more.
You,
he
you,
could get
listen,
more.
you show up
But
and you
you gotta
show up for
show
your
up.
teammates.
That's all.
You know, we're about to do our third lap
I'm
saying the
sorry.
same thing. So let's take a break.
Okay.
Does
Okay.
warm water change your mood, Mikey?
Okay, warm water. Okay, so that clip it was very interesting to me because well,
She was very beautiful to me.
Shaq gets paid a lot of money because his name is Shaquille O'Neal and pretty much not at all to do with what's going on up here.
Well, I've been in that position before. I think what Shaq did was dig himself a hole and then continue to dig into it, which is, I mean, I think you can see when he knew that he was wrong and he had nothing left to say.
well,
He had
no.
no other argument
Yeah,
than
you
fucking
mean-
human nature. I don't know what the fuck that means.
You mean when it was 30 seconds in and he was already hitting them with the, yeah, but they said you got to be professional. Yeah, but
Yeah, well, then the worst part is that he was trying to talk to Kenny and Chuck and be like, "No, we understand," and he's like, "Nah, fuck that.
Charles was like,
the fans understand too. They're on our side.
shit,
It's like
Charles.
this isn't like a NBA. We get it. They don't.
Well, Charles said, "Nah, yeah, we do understand. No, I understand. I don't know if you understand.
Well,
Because,
but Chuck was like, the fans understand. The
but
people talking about this understand. It's not just a. Shaq's like, it's a basketball thing. It's human nature. I don't know what the fuck that means.
that's the thing. It's like you said it was human nature, but now you're trying to say it's just something that an NBA player would understand.
And now it's only an NBA player thing.
And then when you
A
start
dude who's
bringing up,
making $50 million a year
you
has
start bringing up
an issue.
All Star games, which you can use one game that is an All Star game as an analogy, but then bringing up Wembanyama. In that analogy, he was like, good analogy, but it doesn't work.
Yeah,
it
doesn't
like,
match.
No, it absolutely matches.
It's like there should be no point. Like we don't have these conversations when it comes to football. We don't have like, yo, he's older. He doesn't want a contract, so when he's on the field, he's not going to play as hard.
No. You know we don't fucking have. You know we don't have conversations about in football. Oh, what about 3 years from now? What's he gonna make that? Like, we're not really talking about.
We're not looking at
especially a 35-year-old. Why are we
we're not
talking about
looking
year
out.
4, 5,
I'm not like
6?
I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm really concerned if Matt Stafford's going to get a deal this year because what about when he's 40 and 42?
Yeah,
How like
I mean,
what type of deal is he going to get then? It's like I don't give a
But-
shit.
people got to remember, Shaq is petty.
Of course.
Anything Shaq don't like, he's gonna publicly attack and have whatever take goes against it. Because Devin, there was once upon a time where there was another player.
Also, Shaq being like, oh yeah, I mean, if I'm not going to win a championship, then why the hell am I playing hard? That's fucking crazy.
Devin,
You're an NBA player.
Devin, there was once upon a time, there was a player who was also 35 years old on the Miami Heat who got dealt to the Phoenix Suns because they felt he was getting old and was dwindling down.
Yes.
His name is Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, yes.
Shaquille
Pat Riley's
O'Neal.
the same dude who shipped Shaq out is the same dude who. But here's the thing, the Heat didn't. They're not like, yo, we want to get rid of Jimmy. Jimmy wants to leave.
Shaq left the Miami Heat primarily because of a decline in his performance due to age and injuries, coupled with growing tensions with the team's management.
Pat Riley.
Kind of sounds like what I said. Remember what I said in the beginning of this episode? I said, Devin, bias comes from personal experience.
Yes.
Shaq.
This you were talking about Shaq.
This is the connection.
Shaq's connection to Pat Riley.
This is the connection. It opened my eyes when I realized he was saying, you're 35 and you got to worry about what he's got left and this and that. And this is the same guy who is in the same exact position at the same exact age, except he's not as worn down as you.
Yep.
He has more left in the tank. He has more to offer to the Phoenix Suns. And he's not you.
No.
So stop no, Jimmy can go be a third and make a team give a team a better chance at, being a contender. Shaq at 35, it was like, oh, he's in Phoenix now. That's weird.
Yeah.
So he is a very he's just very petty and very biased and will he doesn't like Pat Riley. He doesn't like Miami's front office.
Well,
so
to me, we're gonna get into Cam, but to me, this feels like Shaq's defending himself through Jimmy.
Oh well, it's exactly what Cam Newton did, and we'll talk about that.
Which
too,
is what Cam did the same exact thing, but it's like no, Shaq did the same thing where he wanted. I don't know if he wanted out of Miami. Wanted Shaq out.
Yeah, but
they won a championship in 2006. They wanted him out. They don't want Jimmy out, but Jimmy wants to leave for whatever reason.
This situation, you don't want me, I don't want you. No. That was your experience, Shaq.
That was his. It was you don't want me, I don't want you,
okay,
I'm out.
I don't want you. That's
with Jimmy, it's like,
nature.
no, Jimmy wants to leave, and now it's kind of flipped to where it's like Miami doesn't want me, I'm out.
Well, if you remember, it was Jimmy wanted more talent.
Well, Jimmy wanted more talent, and Jimmy
he
also
wanted an extension.
Pat and Jimmy had problems before the season. During the season.
But I do think there was a point where it went from, hey, we need to build this team up because we're slacking, to, all right, if we're not going to win, I at least need to get some more bread. Like, yeah. I need to get breaded up. And they're absolutely right, bro. You're getting $50 million this year, $50 million next year. Get on the fucking plane. Show up to the games. Like, if we're gonna sit here and
But-
bash a
But
defensive
at
lineman
the
for
same
sitting,
time, it's like Jimmy already requested a trade.
doesn't
Jimmy
matter.
clearly doesn't want to play for this team.
Doesn't matter. I'm fully on the side of you signed a contract, play the fucking game.
It's fair.
Like,
Yeah, no,
like
agreed.
we've watched Kawhi destroy his legacy this same exact way, and we're gonna
Agreed.
let Jimmy pass because he's cool, because he talks more, because
Yeah,
he's more exciting. He has a. I love Jimmy Butler. He's one of my favorite players of all time.
Yeah.
But to sit here, what? Because he shows up every picture day, media day with a different haircut, and he's not quiet. Like,
to me, he's like the A-Rod.
at the end of the
of,
day, people like Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And I like Jimmy Butler. And for a while I was like, hey, bro, that's just Jimmy. But when you burn every single fucking bridge you cross, what the fuck do you expect? Why are you surprised you're left in no man's land?
Exactly.
Like, why are you oh no, nobody wants nobody wants to give me $50 million when I'm 37, 38, and 39.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. Y'all notice my decline? Wait. You're telling me that you're not going to trust me when I'm 37? Come on. You didn't see me in Minnesota. You didn't see me in Philly. You didn't see me in Chicago. Bro, you didn't see me in Miami. You didn't see me burn every single bridge I crossed. Like,
Exactly.
I love Jimmy Butler, but for him to act this senile and for players like Shaq or people like Shaq who have this voice to enable
Defend him?
Because he's sitting here going, okay, here. It'd be like if I don't want to bring up a too serious of an analogy, but he's basically like, in my eyes, Miami isn't in the wrong. Like, it doesn't. If a player says they want out, it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to trade them.
It's not. No.
You don't have to extend them. You signed a contract to play, and if you don't show up, you're going to get suspended. You're going to get in trouble for it. You're going to get fined for it.
Yes.
So no, Jimmy's in the wrong. So you saying nobody's in the wrong and ignoring the obvious, of what's in the wrong, you're enabling it.
Of course.
And I'm glad that Kenny, Chuck, and Ernie were like, yo, you sound fucking stupid.
Well, and it was also like, yeah, I mean, not only is Shaq calling it a human nature thing, but he's saying, yeah, us basketball players understand what's going on. It's like, if Chuck had the opportunity to make $50 million a year on a team that may or may not win a championship, Chuck never won a championship. I don't think he gives a fuck about winning a championship when he played.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we're looking at literally like two different sides of a coin, because you got one person who never won a championship, would have taken.
You got one who's got four.
But one who was in the same situation as Jimmy now and is kind of just butthurt about the situation he was in, so has to defend Jimmy. It's weird.
No, it's weird, but it feels the exact same with Cam.
Well, let's talk about Cam.
Yeah.
I definitely want to talk about Cam Newton and the Mark Andrews and the Stephen A. and the ESPN and whatnot. So I'm not going to pull.
The big prompt was that Mark hadn't spoken to the media yet.
All right. Here. Okay. All right. Let's back it up. I'm not going to pull up it's like a minute and a half of Cam bringing up something stupid, and we will talk about it. But I will say that Mark definitely should have spoken to the media. And I get it. It's like, same way we were just talking about players need to step up and play. It's like, if it's in your contract to show up for media day, show up and talk.
Yeah.
Now I don't know the guidelines of whatever. Like, obviously it's different to show up for a Super Bowl press conference than post division.
But when your quarterback is up there speaking about you, and your coach is up there speaking about you,
I'm just saying, contractually, like, obligated. Are you contractually obligated to talk after a divisional round loss? I don't know.
I know Lamar and Harbaugh are.
Well, sure, and
I know they have to talk.
And that's the case for most teams. But I'll also say he didn't have to pour his heart out on Instagram.
He did not.
Now, okay.
And I'm going to be honest, kind of bad timing.
I'm kind of 50-50 on it, because I get it. You felt like you... Okay, here's the thing. Look, if you...
Well, it's weird, because it's kind of like... I bet that what he said helps him kind of deal with the situation. But he's kind of, I don't know, making
Okay,
a
so
little bit of an excuse for himself.
I don't think he made any excuse. I mean, I think he obviously was like, "Yo, like, yeah, like this sucks. I fucked up." And
Sure,
I think he expressed what we all said, which was nobody's really gonna be hurt more than him by that. And I think that is
of
true.
course,
Like he probably sat in just a dark room for a couple of days, just like,
of
fuck,
course.
like I really sold. And the thing about Cam is because people are trying to make it like, oh well, Cam he had to show up and talk. It's like, okay, nobody is mad. Like nobody is saying like, "Oh, Cam, like you need to show up," and Mark doesn't. No, Cam, you acted like a little bitch in the press conference. You
No,
sat
no,
there and
he got asked one question and left.
you're right. He did get up and leave.
No, he left immediately,
Okay, well,
and
still,
and that's more what I was talking about, where it's like the reason that Cam was defending Mark and attacking media people, which he is now. He is a media
oh,
person
he's
now.
so fucking media. It's not even funny,
He
dude.
is he's trying to be Stephen A.
Bro, I'm gonna walk up to Shador and try to dap him up, and I'm gonna get treated like a media guy. You're a
He's
weirdo. You've been talking weird. Like he's a media guy.
no, he's a media guy now, and he's now going to walk
Been
out
one.
and bash the media for forcing players to speak in vulnerable situations because he was a guy who was
That had to
unable
do
to
it.
speak after a Super Bowl loss
Well,
because he was upset.
and that's the thing. He couldn't. It's like yeah. So he feels where Mark's coming from. I get
That's
it.
it.
Sure. Now you have a job to talk about it, right? To talk about it on TV. You don't. And this is what I don't like. It's like people are trying to break this down like Cam is this philosopher, and Cam really shocked the world and really broke it down. And ESPN or Stephen A was lost for words.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, no,
that's
no.
funny. Yeah.
Stephen A was keeping his mouth shut.
Exactly.
Stephen A wasn't
Stephen A
talking
was
about his.
trying not to
No,
get
no, no.
fired.
Cam brought it up, and Stephen A went, I don't know what are you talking about?
I don't
Hey,
know
what
what.
is
Yeah,
he talking
exactly.
about? And then when he tried to explain it, when what's his name tried to explain it to Stephen A's like, yeah, but he said Fox and he lost me. I don't know what he's talking about. That's because he's friends with Skip.
Yeah.
Him and Skip have a somewhat of a relation. He's not and how fucking stupid is Cam Newton to compare an NFL divisional game loss and how you handle the media after that and compare that to how Skip Bayless should handle the public during a fucking lawsuit.
Exactly.
Like, no, Cam. No,
Exactly.
Cam. If you are accused of, I don't know, buying a stolen laptop, you let your fucking lawyer handle that.
Yep.
You let the court handle that. You
Yep.
don't go out to the
You don't
media
go
and
run a
talk
press
about it.
conference.
When you lose a football game, yeah, you got to go and talk about it. Oh, big whoop, it sucks. But to sit
Exactly.
there and to try to bring up Skip's name for no reason just because you got no fucking type of clout.
Yep.
B, try to shit on Fox or Skip Bayless or whatever because of some allegations or whatnot. C, to absolutely know what it feels like to have false allegations thrown on you and to have a bunch of slander on your name knowing it wasn't true.
Yes.
It's just very ironic that he's turning into the person that he hates.
That he despises.
He doesn't even realize it yet.
No.
He doesn't even realize it.
But he's going out and he's like, oh, what if Joe Schmo had to talk about had to run a press conference for themselves? It's like they're not obligated to speak to media. They're not on a world stage
like
watching. There's not 80 million people watching you right now. It's
they're-
like this is Dave in accounting. He doesn't have to he doesn't have to go to the media about a fucking scandal. It's like you're Cam fucking Newton.
Cam knows this.
Of course he knows
He's
this.
been in the spotlight his
Cam
entire
knows that
career.
when he lost the Super Bowl, he was supposed to be there and talk.
He was supposed to talk.
He knew that he had to talk after, and he knew that he was a little bitch when he walked off, and he knew that tarnished a lot of his career.
But
now he's going to sit here and defend Mark like this and that, and it's like, no, Mark should. If he had to, he should talk to them.
Mark didn't have to come out and pour his heart out on Instagram, but for
the Instagram thing was a little weird, but whatever.
For Cam to act that stupid and to bring
then to call out Skip
and to call out Skip and bring up Fox.
Skip shouldn't be talking.
Why would Skip say something right now?
Skip shouldn't say a word.
Why would Skip? Okay, Okay. So when there was an open investigation in the NBA about Josh Giddey, how much did he talk about it?
Yeah.
Not at all. He didn't
Zero.
talk about it at all. Zero. I'm sorry.
No.
I was waiting for your response, but he didn't.
No,
He
I
didn't talk about
hit
it.
one of these.
Oh,
Did I freeze?
I didn't see you hit up. Yeah, you froze. I didn't see it up
All right,
that.
cool. Yeah.
He didn't talk about it at all.
No.
That's
Because he wasn't, I don't think, allowed to.
Like we keep your fucking mouth shut. And I'm assuming if Skip has a lawyer for something like this, which honestly, I mean, guilty or not, I guess you'd probably want a lawyer up because like what the fuck.
No,
I'm sure the lawyer said
he has lawyers.
Skip.
That's
Which
what
is
every
kind of
lawyer
why
says. Don't speak.
even people who aren't involved in it don't want to talk about it.
Exactly.
Stephen A. Cam's just a fucking idiot. That's really all it is. I hate to say it, like, and people are gonna try to flip this and turn it into me hating on a man. Cam's a fucking idiot. He's the same idiot who was sitting on
RC
TV.
was saying the same thing when Ryan Clark's calling you an idiot. When he's saying that you're flip flopping on your show and that you're way different when you're doing your 4th and 1 bullshit than what you are everywhere else, it's like, nah, all this Cam shit, it's all bullshit. He's trying to be some top tier media fucking freak, a person that he would have hated. If 2015 Cam had to talk to 2025 Cam, he would have shot him in the fucking head. He would not have spoken to him for 1 second. I can guarantee it. If he sees some dumb idiot in some stupid hat talking about, if Cam Newton in 2024 was at the Super Bowl press conference after his loss, slapping the fuck out of him. What the fuck are we talking about?
Dude,
Cam's sitting out here like he's some fucking incredible fucking media person and all this shit. It's bullshit.
Cam is an absolute idiot. He's the same person who was sitting on TV like a week or two ago. Yeah, when I was in the NFL, I was making, hundreds of millions of dollars, and now I got 8 kids. I got 8 mouths to feed, and I can't provide the same way I did. It's like, bro, so you were you were Superman, you were Super Cam, the face of the league, the face of Under Armour, and you don't got no type of bread sitting around. It's like, A, you're lying. You're lying. There's no way. If you truly are struggling, I mean, I don't know, fucking ESPN, give bro a raise. Like, what are we talking about? But like,
here's the thing:
you're not struggling.
He's not struggling. He may not be able to give his kids the same lifestyle. He definitely can, though.
He might not.
Either
be
way,
maybe
you didn't need that lifestyle if you wasted all your money.
You might not be making MVP quarterback money, but like, I'm also not gonna feel bad for somebody who like can't wear a condom and or not like get a bunch of people pregnant and then go,
not want to have.
I spent all my money. Now my kids are hungry. Like, it's like,
he chose to have 8 kids.
I can't.
But also, this is the same dude who maybe needed money because when he was like, "Yo, I want to come back to the league, but I'm not taking league minimum. I'm not some scrub."
Bro, but there's people that will sit on the side of the street with their kids and pretend to be homeless. So I'm not really shocked that Cam's sitting here faking like he's struggling.
Fuck that. Cam was telling NFL teams that he made too much money doing what does now, that he did not want to go back and take less than $5 million.
Back the fuck up even more. Remember when he was at his own camp and kids were talking shit and he was going, I'm rich. What are you? They said, you're a free agent. He said, okay, but I'm rich.
I'm rich.
He repeated himself. But bro's rich. So I don't want to hear none of that crybaby bullshit that they tried to make him put on reality TV.
Fuck all that bullshit.
I don't have
money. The same dude who said, I make too much doing what I do now to come back to the NFL where I want to be. Where I can prove that I'm a better quarterback than I was, or that I'm still better than 32 guys out there, or at least one of 32 guys. And say that I'm not coming back for $5 million or less than $5 million.
The same dude in a 16-year-old's face going, I'm rich. Like, bros, I'm not gonna lie. The more we sit here and talk about it, the more it's like, God, I was really a fan of bro for a long time. I still probably got him. I probably got him somewhere up here. I don't know, but bros.
I mean, it's just stupid. I mean,
it's disappointing.
And it is, of course. But no, that shit is funny. Where it's like, yeah, I used to have $100 million. I used to have hundreds of $1 million.
I'm rich,
and now I ain't got no money. No, the I'm
Really?
rich shit's pissing me off. The I'm not that I want to be back in the NFL. That I'm gonna crash an Auburn pro day, and I'm gonna take up time from Bo Nix, who's an NFL quarterback, to throw balls to guys because I'm like that. Fuck this guy, dude. Damn, I'm mad.
I'm really like that, bro. Like, I'm sorry. At least
Was
RG,
Bo Nix there at the time? I can't remember.
I don't know. At
Either
least
way,
RG3 like knows like I don't got it no more.
now RG3,
No, he thinks he's faster than Lamar, but he knows he don't got it
but
no
that's
more.
it. No,
He
of
knows
course.
he don't. Actually, no. He did throw his name in some type of conversation earlier this year, didn't he?
About what?
Remember he was talking about like, and some teams could need a backup quarterback. And then he was like, I swear he
No,
mentioned he
no, no,
referred,
no, no.
he mentioned himself to a team or something. I swear he
Of
did.
course he did. Now,
Either
could
way, bro.
RG3 go be a backup quarterback? Sure. Could Cam Newton go be a backup quarterback? Sure. But we were saying that Cam could go be in the league, but you're going to take league minimum.
But Cam's ego's too big. But
Of
it's like
course,
you
yeah.
can't have a big ego, but then also cry about not having enough money. It's like, bro, go fucking take a snap. Like, what are we talking about?
And then he hits Carolina in his comeback years. And I'm back.
I'm
Where?
back.
Since when?
I'm back.
Since when?
I'm such an idiot. I'm rich.
He's a troll, bro.
I'm rich.
He's a fucking
God,
troll.
Cam.
And I hate to talk shit because it's like I don't want to talk about bro this much just because it's like
I was a big fan.
like I don't care, but it's like it's just so much shit that's just
Bro, I was a
so dumb.
Gator fan and I was rooting for Cam Newton every day of the week sitting there. I don't give a fuck what bro did at University of Florida. I didn't care. But it took just years and years of him just continuing to be just a dick and just a dumbass. It's like
And it was like he was cocky as shit throughout his whole MVP campaign and all that shit. And then the second they lose, like something switched. When that press conference, and we noticed it then, and the year after, and then it just continued, and now it's getting even fucking worse.
It's like bro just never got that confidence back. He just
Well, no, he had the confidence the whole time. He just never had he never got the ability back.
He fronted like he had the confidence.
Yes,
but the way
yes.
bro played, it's like, did he?
No,
Did he have
the play was never there, and then he had the shoulder problems, and he had this and that, and it was just.
All right, moving on from Cam Newton, Pete Carroll. It's funny. I was like sitting here, and they were like, new head coach. I was like, I guess Devan was right. I guess Deion Sanders. I guess he finally he's making his debut to the NFL. It's really funny that you thought that Deion Sanders, somebody who coached 2 years at the University of Colorado, was going to end up being the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
We've seen dumber shit.
No, we haven't. We honestly haven't. In terms of hiring a coach, we really haven't.
Maybe.
We really haven't. Name one.
Can't remember.
Exactly. Like, yeah, no, we're gonna bring
Jay Gruden.
We're gonna bring Deion in. So here's the thing about Deion Sanders, Devan. And I should have said this a while back because or maybe I just had this realization, but Jerry and Deion have a relationship. If Jerry was asked 100 times, "Are you interested in Deion?" and he said no, Deion is petty enough to be like, "Well, fuck him."
Sure.
Like, okay, I don't want. It's human nature. You don't want me, I don't want you.
You don't want me, I don't want you.
It's. I could see there being a world where this whole time it was just trying to keep the relationship on the healthy side, and maybe keeping the door open for a possibility of. Because here's the thing: all y'all did was promote your OC. He ain't the savior and great. He's not the answer.
Is that's their OC?
Yeah, who's their OC? He got promoted for what?
I got no idea who that guy is. I guess it's because I don't think anyone paid attention to the Dallas Cowboys this year.
Well, his only his only recognition is like, oh, Cooper Rush looked decent a couple drives. Like
Cooper Rush looked decent a couple drives 6 years ago.
It's
not hard to improve on.
I thought it was very obvious. I thought it was very obvious that Devan was not going to be coaching the NFL this year, and you were so like gung ho on like, no, it's going to happen. I was like,
Well, I didn't think it was obvious that it wasn't going to happen, but to me, it was like, of course it'll happen. Like, just because of how silly it is,
well,
of how silly Deion's whole coaching career has been,
it's the
and
same
how
way.
silly this Heisman shit has been, and the Shador shit has been, and all this shit.
It's the same way where it just came out where Tennessee. There was reports that Tennessee's not locked on picking a quarterback because they are not going to pass up on generational talent. And now everybody's going, oh my God, is Travis Hunter going to go first? Are they not going to take a quarterback? Almost like I was sitting here saying a week ago, it's so fucking obvious that you should not take Cam Ward or Shador over Travis Hunter.
No
matter
yeah,
who
agreed.
you are, no matter what your quarterback situation is. And now everybody's like, I'm so confused. It's like, do people just go with the first report and then everybody tags along with that and go, that's what's happening? And
Yes.
then the one person, the one outlier is really stupid. But then once it jumps to that report and like someone like me who was like, duh, people are like, no, duh. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
duh.
obvious. Like,
Of
I don't
course you're taking
understand. I don't know. It blows my
To
mind.
me, I don't know what they're doing. I don't think Will Levis is a terrible option.
It's not, I mean, fuck, dude.
For where they sit, I mean, I know Shador is probably not going to be that good. I don't know how good Cam Ward's going to be, or any of these quarterbacks in the draft. I know Pat McAfee's been talking about Will Howard like a motherfucker, but
I
six
can't.
six fucking weeks ago they were talking about Will Howard like he's the worst quarterback in college football. They were talking about Ryan Day, how he needs to be fired because they lost to Michigan.
See, but Pat McAfee.
And this whole college football shit's so weird.
Pat McAfee leans. I think he almost leans into over hyping people.
Of course.
So I mean, I'm honestly never take his. I never take his analysis that serious.
No, but like it's been like a week, and I hear it just at work, and it's just like the same thing. It's like we talk about Cam Ward, Shador, Quinn Ewers, blah, blah, blah. What about Will Howard? It's like shut the fuck up about Will Howard. He's probably not gonna be that good either.
Probably not. But Pete Carroll is a Raider.
Pete Carroll.
And it's interesting because there's a lot of conversations going on with the Raiders, and that's hiring Pete Carroll, and now they're talking about, well, Tom Brady having his hand in all the.
Well, the big thing was, Tom has a huge hand in hiring, which we sure Pete Carroll and Tom Brady weren't best of friends.
Pete Carroll and Tom Brady, best of
Pete
friends.
Carroll, Tom Brady told Pete to throw the ball.
But see, there's also
The NFL's rigged, brother.
As soon as Pete Carroll was announced the head coach, there was a brand new landing spot for Russell Wilson. Damn, brand new. And
God, no one wants to see that.
This is one that makes sense because, and look, is it the best option? Probably not.
No,
you're gonna at least win more than you lose in Pittsburgh, but could it be a little more relaxed? Could it be a little more like what's the word? Familiar? Like maybe I could see a Pete Carroll ran team being maybe a little more just a little more laid back than a Tomlin led team, if not more.
Of course.
And maybe Russ just wants to go to ride out his career with his favorite coach. I'm assuming would be his favorite coach, the coach that literally broke up the Legion of Boom just to protect Russ,
just to keep Russ,
just to protect his legacy. Either way, I think that completely opens up the possibilities for Russ to go to Vegas, because I think Vegas is going to go through every option, every possibility. Yeah. They're not gonna turn down any possibility, any option. They might pick the fun up if Antonio Brown called. I mean,
probably not.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
AB's not calling, bro.
No. I didn't say AB was calling. I said if he called, the Raiders would pick the phone up. Sure. There would be a conversation. A conversation would be had. The same way they probably went, so Tom, are you like really retired? Like for sure? All right, just making sure.
That is funny.
Just making sure.
They're definitely hitting them with the Michael Jordan. Like, we're gonna bring you on as an upstairs guy, but if you want to come out of retirement, we got a spot for you.
At the same time, they're also talking about, like, there's a big talk about shopping Crosby. You know,
they should be on that.
I wouldn't though.
Really.
Well, here's the thing: you're not going to be able to expect a 1-year turnaround out of Pete Carroll
No.
and this team. Now, there could be a lot of moves to be made before the start of next year. And I think you can make moves without trading Crosby. If you're going to trade Max Crosby, it's got to be for like a Tyreek Hill. And
Yeah, no. I mean, it has to be a well. I wouldn't even say Tyreek. I would get a younger guy.
Well, it's got to be like a Tyreek, and we have to have an answer at quarterback. If we're still going like
if you're trading Max and you're looking for people now, yeah, sure, Tyreek
if I'm able to get my hands on a Russell Wilson, if I have to keep Crosby, okay, there's so many receivers, bruh, that you can go after and talk to. There are so many defensive free agents you can go after and talk to. You can build around Crosby. You can build around Russ. 420 yards is the most a running back got for that team. They have the number 6 pick in the draft. Change the narrative, Devan. We just talked about this. Draft a running back early.
You're right.
Change the damn narrative.
Draft
Let
Ashton.
this
Now,
fucking
would you
Raiders team.
would you pick up Ashton or Scatterboops?
Genty. It's because look, if we're doing this thing,
but we've seen them with a good running back. We've seen them with Josh Jacobs.
But if we're gonna do this, is a brand new team.
I know, but I mean, we've seen. I guess
it's Pete Carroll though. This is a new team.
Saquon's different.
Here's the thing though. If we're gonna do this thing where, but imagine what they could do with Travis Hunter, or imagine the eyes they get from this or that. It's like, imagine the eyes they're gonna get having Genty on that squad.
Yeah.
Imagine the jersey sales, the
real Heisman,
the real high. We drafted the real Heisman, this and that. The conversations, just the conversations about a running back being drafted that high.
Sure.
I'm saying you can change the narrative. You can get a great piece for that offense. You can make a move for a receiver. I'm not saying this is a turnaround. I'm saying,
or you could draft Shador.
I'm saying all this.
That's not my AP.
I'm saying all this, and they might win 7 games.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm saying if they make these subtle adjustments, these subtle moves, and already make a jump from 4 or 5 to 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Who knows what could happen a year or two?
I mean, at the same time, they could turn into a Washington model where they go and they draft a quarterback and they throw together a few more pieces and they go from a 4 or 5 win team to a potential playoff team and kind of flip the script a little bit and not have to do a whole lot. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, in all respect to Jaden Daniels, there's no way they're finding another Jaden Daniels in the next year or two in a draft.
Agreed.
There's no way. You got that. I mean,
I don't think there's one. But at the same time, I mean, the whole world was looking at Caleb like this is the guy. He's supposed to do this and that. Yeah, but and then the rest of the world was kind of flip flop between Jaden and Drake May.
They were flip flop, but okay. If he wasn't the obvious 2, he was the obvious. He was obvious top 3.
Yeah, no, there's obviously 1, 2, and 3.
There's no obvious top 3 quarterbacks. I don't care where. I don't care.
And there's no order. There's no obvious 1. There's no obvious 2. There's nothing. Like I don't know if Shador is going to be better than any of these guys, or if Cam Ward or whomever.
Like the fact that there are some people, like I mean, straight like this. Nobody last year. There were not certain mock drafts that had Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams in the 2nd round.
Never.
There are people who like are being realistic and are like actually saying like, no, Shador should be drafted like 2nd, 3rd fucking day. Not
Quinn Ewers is probably going to go in the 2nd round.
Like I don't know. I think it's.
I mean, they did draft 6 quarterbacks in the 1st round last year. 5.
Which quarterbacks last year were better. I don't care how much flack we give Caleb Williams. They're better than these guys coming out this year.
Agreed.
I don't care.
Bo made the playoffs. Jaden made the playoffs.
I'm rocking with CJ Stroud before I'm rocking with Cam or Shador next year.
Agreed.
It's just I don't know.
But I mean, at the same time, I don't fucking know.
But with the Raiders, that's another thing. It's like if you're gonna make all those moves and bring in a quarterback like Russ, you only have a small window. Yeah. And I almost look at it like you might want to avoid that because it's like, okay, we're bringing you in, and all you did was bring your old quarterback in, you had all this hype, and then we went a year or two paying Russ all this money. We didn't win anything. We're in the same position we were in 2 years before we hired you. You were kind of a waste of time. I could see that easily happening, opposed to we're going to give you a year or two to rebuild. Let's figure this out. Let's see what happens.
What's weird to me is that it's like Pete's fucking 73 years old. He stepped down from the Seattle head coaching job, took a job in the office. I don't know. I didn't think that he would make a comeback, and especially a comeback not to Seattle. I know he can't now. Mike's got the job, but yeah, I mean, in terms of like, you can't expect a whole lot out of Russ going there. The only reason he's in the position that he's in is because he's on the Steelers. The Steelers were going to be a 10-win team regardless. Honestly, Justin Fields could have gone out and done similar things. We hyped up Russ after he had that one good game where he was lobbing some balls up there to Pickens, and it was cool, and they beat the Jets and all that shit. But
Justin Fields could
I
end up in
think
Vegas.
him going and playing with Pete is a horrible idea.
Fields could end up in Vegas. I mean, the Raiders.
Anyone could end up in Vegas, but
they might go.
I think that there's enough quarterbacks floating around. There's enough decent backups on the market that you can go out and get a guy. Sam Darnold's probably going to be floating.
I was going to say they might call Sam and go, hey, how good do you really think you are?
Exactly. Come prove how good you are over here.
Hey, so how good are you? They might pull that move. But if we're
Sam would be the dude to be like, yeah, I'm pretty good. I just need like the best receiver in the league, and then I'll win a few games.
And here's the thing. I know people don't want to hear it, but if you're gonna go as far as to giving Sam a chance, even though you know what you're gonna get if you made the playoffs, if you're gonna go and give Russ a chance, even though you know what the ceiling is, you gotta call Aaron's phone.
You do.
You gotta call Aaron. You gotta call Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
you got to. You gotta call. You gotta give him a phone call. You gotta see what's up with him.
Because just first reports, I saw that Aaron. I don't know. This is speculation, but it was like Aaron Glenn doesn't want to start his head coaching career off with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or who the fuck else the Jets are going to get at quarterback. But
I think because, and no matter you think it's deserving or not, the start of his head coaching career would be overshadowed by
Aaron.
Yeah, the story of Aaron, and or he'd be part of the blame. Next thing you know, he's
No,
Robert fucking Saleh, and he's asking Detroit for his defensive coordinating job back.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, like it's like
no, I mean, yeah, but yeah, that's good for Saleh that he's a good DC.
Yeah, and watch
he should have been.
Watch San Fran be a great defense. Have a great defense next year, and then all of a sudden, Robert Saleh is not an idiot. But then watch.
But then it's like, give Robert Saleh a head coaching job again, and then it's like, oh, he doesn't fucking know anything about an offense. And
I don't know. I might disagree. I bet you there's a better chance of San Fran having a great defense under Robert Saleh than another head coach being able to handle Aaron Rodgers next year.
Agreed. I'm not saying that. I think Saleh can be a great DC. I'm just saying.
I think he could have been a great head coach if he didn't have to deal with Aaron Rodgers.
That's right.
We have no clue. He was able to at least have that defense good enough last year when Aaron went out to possibly, Robert
instead,
Saleh,
when you boot the guy after week 6,
you got to look at it like this: Aaron completely controlled the status of Robert Saleh, like whether or not Robert Saleh was going to be the coach of the New York Jets. When the New York Jets were down in the dirt and Aaron Rodgers had a torn Achilles, but he had hope in that team and thought he could come back and play in the playoffs. Yeah, Robert Saleh is great. Exactly. Even Aaron wants to come back with a torn Achilles. Aaron Rodgers is pissed off week 4 or 5. It's Robert Saleh's fault. He's got to go. So, I mean, it's very weird.
With absolutely no plan in how to actually improve that team.
If I'm Pete, if I'm Aaron Glenn, the fuck is that? If I'm Pete, if I'm Aaron Glenn,
the fuck, you ever seen that video?
If I'm any other head coach, what video?
the news reporter out in the field.
The
He's
fuck
like,
is that?
but
Yeah, I
he's
love
talking like a white dude, and then eats a bug. He's like, "The fuck is that?"
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good.
I love that. But if I'm any head coach, Pete, Aaron, whoever, bro, and this even defends Robert Saleh even more, bro, I'm staying far away from Aaron.
Agreed.
I'm staying far away from Aaron. Now, I know I said Vegas should call him. That's because I said they're going through every possibility. And there's always a possibility where Aaron could just shut the fuck up and play some football. But there's also a chance that he just continues to run his mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Hey, media, try to bring race into it now. Try to bring race into it now when we say shut up and throw that bitch.
that's what bro, is like, I just need Aaron to shut. I don't look. I
Shut
don't
your bitch
care.
ass up
I,
about the
I
goddamn
don't.
vaccine and
I don't
throw the
care about the
fucking football.
vaccine. I don't care what y'all think the shape of the world is. I don't care about any of that shit. This is a sports comedy podcast, and we want to keep it that way.
Gay.
Sometimes.
I'll pull it up.
At least, all right. We're not pulling anything out. We're keeping everything tucked. Everything staying inside.
Tucked?
RuPaul style.
No.
But
Dude, I was talking to someone and they were like, RuPaul's like super popular, and I was like, not in my world. Like, they were like, RuPaul's everywhere. I was like, I don't see RuPaul ever.
No. Okay. So, and
I don't think my internet feed is attached to RuPaul at all.
Definitely not attached to my internet feed, but it's the same where it's like, okay, Perez Hilton's famous.
Is he still a thing?
Okay, but when he's still a thing, yes, and when he was a thing, you didn't like see him.
No.
You didn't know. Like,
I only saw him on Nickelodeon.
Like, here's the thing. It's like if I was single, I would not know. I would never like see an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
No.
I wouldn't know who Scott. I don't even know bro's name. I can't even remember bro's name.
Yeah, Scott.
Courtney's.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know who that. I don't even think I would know the name Courtney if
Sure.
like I'm saying, like, no, there's definitely pockets of the world.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like music, TV, everything.
Sure.
Like there are so many TV shows that have a cult fan base I've never seen.
Yeah.
Like literally today, I was like, let me see what Dexter's about. Like, I don't watch TV, bro. I just don't watch
awesome.
TV. Like
Dexter's got a good plot.
And I'm interested now. So it's like, hey, so maybe one day you're like, yo, let's watch some RuPaul.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm into that, but they were like, yeah, he's huge. I can't not see him. He's everywhere. I'm like,
No, that's an algorithm issue.
Yeah, that's you, bro. Like that, I'm not on that.
He's asking his algorithm for that one.
I'm seeing just a ton of football players.
All right, Devan. We're playing a game. So usually,
but also, congrats to Pete Carroll. Yeah. Raiders aren't going to do shit.
No.
Fuck them.
Absolutely.
Who cares?
Not.
Also, Aaron, it just makes me mad.
Absolutely. That's why we're gonna switch it up, make you happy, have.
We were all so excited to see him
we were
flourish in his older age.
Mm-hmm. Dude, 2 years ago,
he's gonna come back and make the playoffs.
Dude, it's sad. I look at the clips of us like hyping up, like
I know, dude.
Aaron's a Jet.
I know.
Aaron's about to play his first game, and then like the next clip, reacting to Aaron Rodgers' injury, and then it's just downfall from there.
Well, then we had a whole season last year of hope. Into diarrhea this year.
Straight, unlimited diarrhea.
Damn.
Unlimited.
It's funny. Like the McAfee show was on, and in his bio it was like Russell Wilson's up there, and they had Mr. Unlimited under there. Just unlimited, like trolling the bro. But
let's play a game.
Russ isn't real. Aaron's not real.
None of them are real, but we do have a game that is super real.
Yes.
Probably the realest game on earth. But we usually end this off with a guess the athlete, and we're gonna keep doing guess the athlete because there's endless athletes that.
Can we do it Jerry Jones style?
No.
6'4", 350.
5 inches.
8.5.
Look, we usually do guess the athlete. Today, I decided to switch it up because we can only do so many of these. Guess the team.
Yeah.
There are a lot of team facts, a lot of team records, just a lot of interesting things about teams that I see all the time. And I figured might as well, maybe
Sprinkle them in.
once a month, sprinkle in a guess the team in between all these players. So I got 3 teams for you. I got 5 facts for each of them. I'm gonna give you a few of them, see if you can guess them. If not, maybe give you some easier gimmies, some here.
I'm
some
getting them
here goes.
immediately.
Might
So
set it on the tee instead of making might make it easy, but we're gonna see. Last episode you went 3 for 3, so
no, I didn't.
I think you did.
We've done this twice now. I think I went 2 for 3 both times.
Damn, you didn't go 3 for 3, did you?
I didn't. I think I missed the first one.
No, you missed Charles Tillman. No, you got them all. You got them all. You're wrong.
But Peanut didn't really count.
It counted. I mean, it was
You're
the
right.
easiest one. So if it was like point based, it'd be like.
So this is the third one we've done?
But I'm saying no, we've done. This is the 4th one we've done.
Well, no, this one is the 4th. That one was the 3rd.
That was the 3rd. But yeah, you got
Okay.
Tim, you got Tillman, you got Testaverde. Whoa,
Gotcha.
Tillman, Tim, and Testaverde. I didn't mean to do that. Triple T.
Tilmdeverde. Tim.
Anyways, 5 teams, 5 facts, 3 teams. Starting with the first team, Devan. This team has the longest waiting line or longest wait for season ticket holders. So, in other words, this is the team where it takes the longest to get your hands on some season tickets.
Okay.
So, maybe a devoted fan base, maybe
Kind of it gives me a little bit, but
maybe something.
just some obvious ones.
They were initially going to be called the Indians.
Okay. My people. Just kidding. Those are not my people.
Oh man,
That's the other ones.
You're letting your people down. You don't know.
Wait, those type of Indians?
What do you mean?
The red dot ones?
They were going to be called the Indians. I have
the red dot ones.
And I have a fun fact as to why it was changed and how it kind of has a thing. But no, they were initially first called the Indians.
Okay, I don't want to guess yet. I mean, yeah.
Okay. This team was the first team to retire a number.
Okay. Well, now I'm lost, but I mean, my first guess is the Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys is incorrect.
Okay. Well,
Dallas Cowboys is incorrect.
Then maybe this relates to Malik Neighbors. Is it the Giants?
It is not the Giants.
Just because they had to unretire a number for Malik Neighbors.
It's not. Okay, here. Let me give you another one. This team's starting quarterback this year is already 7th all time in passing yards for that team.
For that team.
In the team's history. Yeah. So longest wait for season tickets. Their original name were the Indians. They were the first to retire a number, and their starting quarterback today is already 7th all time in their history of passing.
Is it Washington?
It is not Washington.
Next guess. Chicago.
It is not Chicago.
What the fuck?
Last interesting fact, which honestly isn't an easy one at all. It's just interesting. They were the first team to ever declare a fair catch.
What do you mean?
They were the first team.
The first team to
ever declare a fair catch. When the fair catch was initiated, they were the first team to utilize that.
All right, so
see, break it down. Like, what are you thinking right now? So it's got to be what? It's got to be.
Well, the season ticket thing is weird.
So good fan base.
Well, I'm definitely thinking of a team.
Okay.
Denver.
No.
What?
Not Denver. How many guesses do I give you to I feel like
I don't know. I'm at like 7 right now.
I feel like I'm gonna give you like one more, and then I might have to give you the L.
Nah, I agree. I'll get one more guess. You're saying that whoever's playing quarterback for them right now is already 7th all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a rookie.
Dude.
Well, I mean,
think we're talking about Jaden Daniels having the best rookie year. If that was, if this guy was already 7, I mean, shit.
well, the Broncos haven't had a lot of quarterbacks, but they're not that old of a team, so they definitely weren't the first to retire a number.
Or
I'm
first,
talking
fair
first to retire a number.
and fair catch.
The Packers haven't had a lot of quarterbacks. The Lions haven't thrown the ball a lot. They're very old. Season tickets.
First fair catch. Called the
I'm in the
Indians.
North.
Called
I
the
gotta-
Indians.
The Indians, too. Does Detroit Indians sound correct? Probably not.
I
Green
feel
Bay
like
Indians?
half of the NFL we're gonna like go by like the Indians.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
half of
they're
them
like-
picked a damn bird or an animal.
It is crazy that we make them mascots. We're not really big fans of them, you know. I don't think they were fans of them ever.
All right, final guess. Lock it in.
The Lions.
That is incorrect, Devin. You were so close. It was the Green
It's the
Bay
Packers.
Packers. It
I
was
should have guessed the Packers
Green
first.
Bay Packers.
Honestly, if you just gave me the first hint, I would have gone Cowboys and then Packers. That would have been it. I would have been
So
done.
I knew what one threw you off the most.
The Indians one did. First to retire number, I should have known that as well.
I thought the quarterback one was going to throw you off the most.
The quarterback one threw me off,
Jordan
but
Love.
and then I think back, it was like, it's fucking. I only know 3 of them: Bart Starr, fucking Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers. It's pretty easy to come up that list.
Jordan Love's already 7th on there. Now, they were initially called the Indians, but then they changed to the Packers because
They're fudgebackers.
they were funded by the company named. So the reason they were going to go by the Indians and switch to the Packers is for the same reason. The company they were funded by or something like that. They were called it was the like Indian package company or Indian.
You're right.
Something like that. So instead of going Indian, they just went Packer.
Packers.
But yeah, first to fair catch, first to retire number. A lot of things about the Packers.
Yeah, I definitely should. That's definitely on me. There's definitely a lot of people sitting on toilets right now. Just fucking...
Typing, you so good you don't know it's the Packers.
No, I agree. I'm brain dead. It's all right. I don't care.
Next team. This team has the most arrests since 2000.
Baltimore Ravens.
Fuck off. No, dude. We're tied 14th. Relax.
Y'all are 14th?
Tied 14th, so we're probably like 20th.
Nice.
So I'm not even. Oh, and the arrest is 57.
The amount is 57?
Yeah, 57 arrests.
Is that the second hint, or is that part of one?
No, that's just part of the first one. The
Okay.
most arrests since 2000 is this team. This team has the largest comeback deficit in history, 33 points.
Okay. You can continue with the hints.
Okay. They have a history total of 3 different MVPs.
I don't know the other 2. I know the one.
So they're in their franchise history, they've had 3 MVPs.
Yeah.
Got the largest largest deficit coming back from 33 points, and they've had the most arrests since 2000.
You can give me 4 and 5. I have it.
You have it?
I have it, yeah.
Oh, you have it.
No, I have it, yeah.
Then what is it?
No, just give me 4 and 5.
No, what is it?
It's the Vikings.
It is the Vikings.
Yeah.
You knew it after
Nah.
the comeback.
They come back, of course.
Okay, the comeback
Against the Colts, yeah. No, that was. Well, I mean, I the 3 MVPs throwing me off because
okay.
AP.
They
I don't know. Did Fran win one?
This team had the first ever defensive MVP,
Bruce?
Alan Page.
Don't know that guy.
And this team has the all-time leader in interceptions,
What's his fucking name?
Paul Krause.
White boy, Paul Krause, yes.
Paul Krause. However the fuck you say
Paul
it. I don't know
Krause,
how
yeah.
to say bro's name, but yeah.
Plus AP.
It was Tarkenton, or it's Page, Tarkenton, and AP.
Not Krause? I thought Krause.
Mm-mm. No
Oh,
Krause.
I thought that's why you were saying that. Tarkenton won one. Okay.
Yeah, Tarkenton won an MVP as
Gotcha.
well. All right. Final team. This franchise does not believe in retiring numbers. Okay. This franchise is known as the Team of the Decades.
Team of the what?
Team of the Decades.
All of the decades?
They're just known as the Team of the Decades. That's what they're referred to as.
It's a fucking dog shit team name, dude. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what that means.
They're 3-2 in the Super Bowl.
Ooh. All right. That. Let's go. Yeah. Let me.
3-2.
We're 3-2. Washington.
Nope.
Damn. Is Washington 3-2? We had the 3 and we lost to Miami and Denver. No, we didn't lose to Denver.
I don't know what y'all are.
No, we lost to Miami and LA. We lost to Marcus Allen, and we lost to the 70-something Dolphins.
But it is it's not. Did y'all lose to the undefeated Dolphins?
Maybe.
Okay.
I think so. I can't remember. I think we're 3-2. Either way. Team of the decades, 3-2. All right, so teams with 3 Super Bowls.
Their logo, their emblem is based on an actor.
What
Like,
the fuck?
They took an actor and I guess a picture of him, and that's what they used to what's the word? I can't think of the word.
Yes.
Inspire to make
Yes.
the logo. So they don't believe in retiring numbers. They're known as the Team of the Decades. They're 3-2 in the Super Bowl, and their emblem is based on an actor.
I mean, the actor one makes me think Raiders, but they don't have 3 Super Bowls.
Their first name choice were the Seniors.
Seniors?
Yes, it was a fan voted thing. A lot of teams actually were fan picked, fan voted. Actually, Seattle Seahawks were, which I guess I'm giving away that it's not the Seahawks.
I know it's not.
Seahawks.
Well, they definitely don't have 3.
The Seahawks, and their emblem's not an actor. So, but no, they're
Cowboys.
It's not the Cowboys.
What the fuck are we doing?
They voted Seniors, and I guess they were like, we probably shouldn't do that. So they made them re-vote, like put in a new contest. They're like, let's try it again.
All right, let me figure out what teams have 3 bowls.
All right.
Niners, too many. Steelers, too many. Pats, too many. Packers, too many. Us, 3. Denver, 3. 3, but they have more losses. They have more than 2 losses. I think. It could be Denver. I know I just sound like a fucking idiot.
I mean, it's not the easy. It ain't the easiest.
I know, there's only 32 teams, and I'm a fucking dumbass.
Ain't the easiest question in the world.
An actor.
An actor.
Actor?
Based on an actor.
Not an actress.
Emblem is big. What fucking team has a chick as their logo?
What team has a dude in their logo?
So many.
What? This is the Raiders. Vikings have a dude. Broncos is a fucking Bronco. They had a dude.
Who?
On a horse.
Yeah, I guess they did have a dude on a horse.
So it's not them.
I might have to hit you with a time limit.
Yeah, probably.
I might have to. You got a final guess?
Final guess. Denver Broncos.
Devan.
It's the Raiders?
It's the Raiders. It's the Raiders.
When did they win
Raiders
3 Super Bowls?
The Raiders don't believe in retiring numbers. They are known as a team of the decades because they ran through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. They had runs in all decades, so they started being called the name of the known as a team of the decades. I don't remember the name of the actor, but the pirate was based on a guy that was playing a pirate or whatever. And as soon as you said, you were like, that makes me think Raiders. I was like,
Well, that was the only thought I had.
fucking say it.
No, I know, but it felt too obvious. But the Super Bowl thing threw me off because I didn't think they had 30. I guess they had 30.
3-2. So
Who
yeah,
the fuck
honestly.
did they lose to back then? I guess they played in a bunch back then, and I didn't realize it.
But yeah, so the Las Vegas and or LA and or Oakland Raiders, any three would have worked. But yeah, guess the team. I knew it was gonna be hard. I knew it was gonna be a little tricky. I knew it was gonna be a problem, but it's all good. We'll be back with guess the
Fucking stinks.
athlete.
Can we do the State Capitals quiz next time?
Sure, I'll give
I
you
get that one locked down.
every guess. One of the guesses, one of the facts will be this player is from the capital of blank, and then there you go.
I'm on it.
There's your fact. But with all that being said, we talked championship week. We talked Jimmy Butler. We talked inside the NBA, Cam Newton, ESPN, Mark Andrews, Pete Carroll, Deion Sanders, fucking everything under the sun. Is there anything that you want to say before we get out of here, Devan?
Do you know what the capital of Wisconsin is?
No.
Your mother's gunt.
Is that?
No, it's Madison.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I don't know. I feel like Lil RT when he was on that game show, and they were like, "What's 12 times 12?" And he was just pissed off.
He was mad.
He was just.
It's 144.
Yeah, no. So yeah,
He is a child.
He is. So maybe don't put bro on the spot like that. But I'm just saying. Anyways, with all that being said, hopefully you all enjoyed this episode of On It. We'll be back next episode to review all of the championship week game, all of the 2 championship week games. See about Jimmy and Cam and Mark and Pete and whatever. Guess some athletes. Who knows? Brand new episodes every Saturday and Tuesday. It has been me. It has been Devan. It has been real. We are out.
Let's slow the amount of quarterbacks being commentators.